your familiar dies. So.
Yes.
So Ivan lives on my shoulder.
I mean, you do use Ivan to like scout ahead in the
That's
middle
true.
of like darkness, so with none of you around.
You know, you can live dangerously. Be bold.
Be bold. Bold move.
Okay. So,
All right.
last time, you guys went to a nursery, saw some dead baby pixies, went to a throne room and fought a guy. And that's about it.
Wow.
All right.
We retrieved the artifact, and we've ended the infestation, and now we await the arrival of the queen.
Yes. So, when we left off, you guys had successfully closed the portal. Jacobus was heading back down to be with you guys. It only takes a few seconds after you watch the light of the portal dim before the rock that's surrounding you quickly begins to push back and fade, or be pushed back, I should say, and fade back into the ice floor that you've encountered in other parts of the castle. It does appear to you as though this was like the final barrier, and that kind of tug and pull of ice and rock that you'd seen before is just like very quickly being won as you guys close it. Gil, kind of turns and looks at you and takes a deep breath. I suppose that's done it then.
Well,
What now?
Well, I suggest we wait, recuperate, and, well, we're owed a debt, and I intend to collect.
A debt by...
The boss lady.
Oh.
We were promised a boon for doing this.
Oh. Alright, well, I imagine it will only be a matter of time then until she comes to see what has happened with the portal. What boon do you intend to ask of her?
I'm afraid that's between me and her.
Alright.
Help me remember, Casta.
Yes.
Did she offer each of us one or the party one?
I don't know that was specified.
Okay.
Contracts of adhesion always favor the weaker party. I'm just pointing that out.
I think that it was.
That's a
just
cute
said-
opinion. Sorry.
I think you were just told that you would be paid for your services. That you would do a favor, but I don't think it was.
Yeah, I know. I'm going on a limb. Don't worry. It's going to be an exciting limb that surely won't break.
oh.
In that case, Davi will look at Rafferty and say, well, that just all depends on what she's giving us.
We'll see.
Gil kind of looks, well, it wasn't my intention to intrude. Your business is your own. For one, I'm exhausted, so he starts making his way up towards the front,
Amen.
giving you your privacy.
I'm sorry about your wings, Gil, I'll say as he walks off, because I'm not a complete jerk.
He just kind of waves a hand and makes his exhausted way over and finds a place to kind of sit down and rest.
We flew up here, right?
Yes.
So there's like no way to get down again?
You're on like a floating iceberg in
Okay,
the middle of a stalagmite.
I'd rather it be floating than in a body of water. That's where I'm at, so...
I really think we should rest.
I am of agreement.
For once, I'm inclined to agree with you both.
Alright. So the floor has now turned back to ice from stone. It's a pretty barren area. Any furniture that there may have been here at any point has been cleared away. And then you have the occasional demons, or not occasional, I guess there are quite a few demon corpses here and there. You guys are welcome to set up camp or, There's plenty of room.
Yeah, don't mess with the throne area though, guys. Let's not let's not piss anyone off.
Set up away from the throne.
Yeah.
So you guys managed to go over and find an area that's looking pretty clear. Not too much blood spot or anything, and you set up camp, as you would in the woods or what have you.
So how bad hurt are we all?
I think I'm in perfectly good health.
I'm barely hurt.
I'm barely hurt.
Listen,
Jackie
hit
is
points.
obviously hurt.
Jackie's pretty hurt.
Somewhere in the middle-ish.
Okay. Then I think.
But are we settling down for the night? Do we know how long this can take?
We don't know how long, but I figured
How long has it been since our last long rest?
we were headed to rest and got interrupted and ended up here fighting, I think, right? So we haven't
Actually,
rested in a while.
I think you guys took a rest. You took a rest in the nursery. That's a really
It was a
good
short
thing.
rest.
A short rest,
Was
yeah.
it a short rest in the nursery?
It was a short rest.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then yeah, it's definitely been enough time. You guys can do a long rest.
Or try.
Hopefully we can.
Hopefully we can.
Honestly,
That'd be
we had built in a long rest under the assumption that people had leveled and were probably back at full hit points anyway.
Alrighty. Well then, before we settled in to rest, I will do a prayer of healing. Gather everybody around that wants healing.
Oh, we get our hit points back though after a long rest. But in case something interrupts it, I guess it's smart.
You get all of them back?
Yeah. On this one we
then
do.
I guess it doesn't
It's not
matter.
like Tab
You get all your
campaign.
hit
Tab
dice back.
makes us roll hit dice to get our hit points back.
Yeah, you don't deserve hit points.
Alright. Well, if we're just gonna get them back on the rest anyway, I guess there's not any point in doing
Unless we
it.
don't get a long rest.
Yeah.
Well, in which case
that's
I
what
can cast real quick and try to heal up those that are hurt real bad.
Takes 10 minutes to cast a spell.
The prayer of healing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What the heck? In case we get interrupted, I'll just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
Who's play? What is that noise?
I don't know.
Felix, you're watching football.
I fear football.
My football's on mute. That's coming from Seth.
Seth, are you watching football?
Watches football.
Yeah.
Turn
Okay.
down your sports ball.
This is not an approved
2-minute penalty.
D&D activity.
So everybody that wants it can have up to 15 health.
I want it.
Woohoo, I'll take
I
2. Now I'm at full.
Me too.
Okay.
KKK.
All right.
Yep.
So you guys are going down to.
I mean, are we cool?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, so Dobby gathers everybody up and gets everybody healed, Gil hanging up at the top of the throne, and you guys manage to find an area, like it's a very wide throne room. And there's plenty of space for you to gather up or spread out. What is your plan? Are you guys just setting up roles? Is anybody keeping guard?
You should
I think we should kind of.
Tiny hut, right?
Yeah,
Tiny-
casting tiny hut.
Yeah, we should do the hut
mean,
and then.
I
maybe
don't
set the
sleep.
guards.
Yeah, I don't sleep, so I'm just reading my book. Favorite page of this book, reading it right now.
I'll make a tiny hut.
Make a tiny hut.
It's so little. It's like a foot square.
We have to fit in the tiny hut.
I'll make it slightly bigger.
Or we could always take potions of diminution.
Wouldn't last the whole night.
That's true. No, it lasts No, you have to roll. It lasts
What's
D4 hours. Hold on. I don't remember now.
We're okay. I cast Tiny Hut.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I'll
I
make
don't
it
even
ice
have
blue.
any potions of diminution. I have a growth potion, but not diminution.
Looks like the world's biggest ice lump.
It's fabulous. I think we call that an igloo.
Leo makes an igloo. You guys all climb inside.
Oh, an igloo.
With Rafferty sitting up reading his book, everybody else passing out. Rafferty, roll a perception check for me at disadvantage.
Disadvantage because I'm reading. I like that. I mean, I hate it, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, you may as well get used to it.
Okay, so disadvantage turn on, and fortunately, I'm good at perception.
Okay. So as you
I don't know that was disadvantage.
It was.
I clicked the thing for disadvantage, but it didn't do anything.
just roll one more time.
So.
for me.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like it wasn't.
Yeah, I just want.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not bad at this, so just let it be known that I'm being honest and fair.
Okay. So, as you are sitting there reading your book, Rafferty, you do hear something. Especially in the echo of with you guys being closer to like the top of the spike, you can hear echoing off the ice. You do hear this thunk, 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 thunk.
I hear.
And then there's a pause and silence, followed by another thunk, 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 thunk.
Should I be alarmed by this? Like, what's my reaction to this?
I don't know. What is your reaction to this?
You know, I've never been here. For all I know, it's just like a valve flapping. I'm gonna keep an ear out for it, pay
Okay.
attention, but otherwise, I'm not gonna wake anyone up. They're tired.
It does continue off and on for you sit there and you're listening 5, 10, soon you hear more, like 2 sets of thump, 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 thump.
Okay, something's running. All right, we're gonna wake up someone useful. Man, whose long rest do I need to disturb? I don't care if Leo sleeps. I kind of tap Leo. Hey, do you hear that?
Leo rolls over.
He's the wrong one to do, though.
Yeah, or the right one.
What?
I hear
Put you
something.
outside the hut. You know that, right?
I know, but I hear something. It's a little disturbing. I hear like 2 sets of, I don't know, footprints, ice prints, thumps.
How red does their hats look?
I can't see any hats.
How red does their hats look?
Can I hear anything?
Roll a perception check for me.
Perception. Hey, that rolled something.
You do, Leo. You hear footprints and you hear a very familiar skittering of tiny voices from somewhere on the iceberg with you.
All right. Well,
Ah, shit.
outside is bad and outside is banned to go in outside.
We went to bed
As long as we stay in the thing here, we never have
forgot
to
to
leave
burn
the
the
hut. This
bodies.
is where we live now.
I wonder how hard Cag was laughing when we were like, yeah, let's just rest.
Well, the
Why
problem
do we
is-
do this every time?
Well, part of
Because
it
we have
is
a fight
because-
and then we take a month before we do it again.
Right. It's been so long in between, I forget. So,
I mean, we're
Son
safe
of a
in the
gun.
hut.
Jacobus!
Wait, maybe just let him rest. Recover
No.
his...
Everybody on their feet! Come on!
Oh, God.
no, let us. God.
Red
the
caps!
ice will
Alert!
be
Alert!
there.
Alert!
You can wait to wake us until after. Till it's like almost about to go away, so we get our long rest. Jeez, how rude.
They never go away.
The hut goes away in 8 hours. You could just let us rest.
Right. But
Yeah.
you can rest until the hut goes away, and then
Because
Be
this
ready.
spell is
Out there.
stupid and breaks the game.
So they can set up their tricksy traps and just wait for us to pop out. Like little shrimp waiting to be roasted.
Yes.
yeah.
just go
And
to
if we
sleep,
pop out
Leo.
right now, I don't have any freaking spells hardly left.
But we need to kill them.
No, we need to sleep.
No. Not right now.
Can we see anything?
Yes, you can. Over predominantly on this area, across the little bridgeway, you see quite a few little red hats kind of bobbing around.
Besides, maybe they'll go away.
Yeah, that's what they're famous for.
Well, I mean, we've never
Leaving us alone.
We've never stayed in a hut until they got their fill and moved on. Maybe they'll kill each other. I mean, you never know.
Maybe we'll just invite us for dinner and then we'll just have a party and we'll be best friends and we marry them off to each other. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think that's likely. That wasn't even a likely scenario. I gave two
I mean, yours
logical,
wasn't either.
If they got their fill and ran away, or maybe
you?
they got so.
Are you proposing we feed you to them?
All right, so we don't get a long rest, and I guess we have to deal with this
Oh
now.
my god.
How long has it been?
Not enough time.
It's been about 3 hours.
We should stay the remainder of the time and then take care of them when we wake up.
The
People
more we
need-
spend arguing, the less likely we're going to get a long rest. So we either decide
People
we're going
need
to do it or we
spells, I
don't.
think.
I've
I mean,
Yes.
heard from my West combat experience and reading the book that your long rest can be interrupted by up to an hour and you still get a long rest.
We need the long rest.
Yeah.
And we have the hut. Just let's stay here until in the morning. We'll deal with it in the morning. Or when we've
Leo
slept.
takes his staff and just kind of pokes it through the head. Do you have a bow and arrow? Do you have a bow and arrow? You see how this goes through? Shoot them! Shoot them!
I mean, that's not a terrible plan.
While you guys are having this conversation, you hear this kind of pop noise, and then you hear like an excited skittering of like, and another red cap appears.
Oh,
The
fuck.
worst.
It's just going to keep getting worse. All right.
See?
Alright, can
That's
I
the DM just to
can I-
get on with it.
Can I shoot them through the tiny hut?
Yeah, you can,
How many
you can
do
get
we
through
see?
Through 'em.
Currently, you
I mean,
see about 5.
It's gonna be
I'm
like
gonna try to shoot one.
Okay.
What's the area of the hut?
I mean, you can't shoot through it, but you can like stick your hands out and, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
don't let her
Oh,
back
Lord.
in. Don't let her hands back in.
No, hey, stop.
What's the
I'm
area
gonna-
of the hut?
It's a 10-foot radius.
Excellent. So,
I am going to.
well, I'm going to do something too. So, do we?
Yeah,
need
we're
I'm
just
gonna
gonna
try to
wait for
shoot.
them
I'm gonna
something,
try
or-
to shoot that one that's closest to us.
Are they
That's
rolling,
just across the bridge.
Are they rolling initiative or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just get.
I mean, excuse me. If she's taking, whoa,
this
Man.
over.
Okay, Leo, you
my
stay
fingers
in the hut,
stopped.
right?
Okay,
'Cause
yes.
You can't leave the hut.
Okay.
Nope, you can't leave the hut. That's the rules. It says that right here in my book, spell book, right here says no, do not leave the hut.
That's,
That's
very
what I thought.
convenient.
It is convenient.
It-
I'm gonna
I'm
stay
doing
in the
this
hut
sacrifice
too,
for you.
and I'm gonna kind of lean out the door and try to shoot the closest one.
Can we see Gil?
Oh yeah,
He's
where
down
is
there.
Gil?
He's being eaten right now. Forget about him.
There you are.
tease empathy.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how far they are. I don't know if they can see you. Oh no, I made a circle. Anyone make a circle? Oh gosh.
Oh,
I have a
no.
specific reason for asking that.
Can they see you?
Okay.
Presume that anybody outside the dome is now dead.
He
No, I'm not
is-
presuming that.
160
Base
feet
assumption
away.
until we
He's
discover otherwise.
150 feet away-ish. So I don't think you can see Gil. I don't think you can see Gil.
I don't know how far dark vision extends.
It's like 60 feet.
Usually 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then it's.
I love how
you can
Gil
see-
didn't think to burn the bodies.
You can see
yeah.
clearly within a certain
Love that
amount,
too.
and then
It's 30 feet. I don't know.
I'm looking it up. You can see in dim light within 60 feet of you if it was bright light, and in darkness as if it were dim light.
Okay.
it doesn't
Well,
say
I
how far
totally
you can
got
see.
a short rest, so I got all my spell slots back. So let's go.
Well, I need to know if I can see Gil or not. For sure. I mean, either way.
If it's 150 feet away, you cannot definitely not see him in darkness.
Okay. Well, in which
Well,
case
we're
I can't have
presuming
him.
it's dark. Is
Yeah,
it dark?
It is. It's dim light. There's a like an ambient magical glow from the ice.
And I have no doubt.
Said I can see within dim light for 60 feet, but then I can see in darkness as if it were dim
bright
light. But I don't know how far I can see because it doesn't say.
Do you want us to just roll initiative while we
Yeah.
figure this out?
What's that?
Can she see Gil?
If she has line of sight to him from where she is, then yes.
Okay. Yes, you can see Gil.
Okay. Good.
He is-
Then I'm going to make the spirit guardians, but I'm going to include him as being able to be safe from the spirit guardians is all I was trying to do.
As you go and try to see him, Dobby, you see him over by the throne, kind of up on this like ice rock of sorts, and he has climbed up there. He is clearly trying to give himself some distance from the red caps.
Okay.
but he
Mr.
doesn't-
Hoity-toity lived here all his life. Couldn't be effed to burn the bodies, I see. Okay.
She didn't think of it either, so.
Yeah.
Are you rolling initiative? Are they rolling initiative?
If
Well,
they're
I mean-
trying to take a surprise, I mean, they're not in combat yet.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna cast sleep. Let's see. So at sleep as a level 4 spell, so I roll 2d8, 48, 68 plus 5. So I roll 11d8 on this sleep, centered to hit all 5 of those. So 11d8.
Go for
I only see 3 on the map.
Well,
I see this is one.
okay. So let me roll 11d8.
But I can see Gil way over there,
There's
so.
a button you can click on the spell card.
There is. That's super useful. So 57 hit points worth of those a-holes are now asleep.
Okay.
Starting with the lowest, I think.
Yep, starting with the lowest, but they all have the same HP, so who cares?
Depends if you rolled for it or not.
Did not roll for it.
I give the man some credit. He's not
How
wasting his
lazy.
time on that crap.
How lazy.
I could automate it, I'm sure, but
There's an add-on for it. It breaks half the time like all the other ones.
yeah, that's why I don't bother with that. Which one's the sleep icon? How'd it go?
That's super useful, and it's why I've always kept that spell, because I get the upcast for basically free.
Oh, it's just unconscious. Okay. Okay.
I like permission to update a token.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Spell goes through. You hear a bunch of chittering and noise as one of the red caps thumps to the ground.
One? These things have a ton of hit points, guys. Bad news.
I mean, they're less than 57.
At the same time, you hear Gil on the other side of the throne room.
Gil fell asleep. Congratulations.
No, we need to hurry up and save Gil. He might be useful.
So
Quick question: how many red caps did you say we saw? Because there are only 2 red cap tokens on the board.
That you can
There are
Because you're not on the line of
5.
sight.
Yeah, your line of sight is bad, and you should feel bad.
between you, you can see about 5. Where you are now, you may not be able to,
Okay,
because Kak has line of sight too.
gotcha.
Because there's towers there. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I liked my explanation of she's bad and she should feel bad better.
Alright, well,
alright. One of
I'm
the
gonna
red caps
cast. Okay.
starts moving over to the sleeping red cap.
Oh, it's just gonna wake it up? It's a magical sleep, Cag.
Or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake.
I mean, kick and take like 30 damage.
literally half of my spell slots.
Why did I roll with advantage?
You always
Because
roll
you
with it.
We have-
have advantage
we
on
haven't rolled?
initiative.
Oh, I thought I did. Ooh, somebody rolled a natural 20 for initiative.
So there
Me.
is no follow through on the sleep spell, and one of the redcaps shakes the other awake, and he's no longer unconscious.
Stupid red caps.
They're the worst.
You continue to hear them chittering amongst themselves. When suddenly one of
Wait.
the redcaps furthest north from you seems to catch sight of something that interests him.
Okay, so I don't know what order we're doing things in, so I'm really confused. I was gonna do Spirit Guardians, but I don't know when I should do
And
that.
I was
I'm
going to shoot them.
intentionally pausing and letting people
Yeah, so you can jump
interject.
in. I think Honey was trying to talk before, but it was the
Yeah, I was
Okay,
trying
go
not to interrupt,
No, you're good. I've been
because that's why I was
intentionally adding
asking the whole
pauses.
thing about Gil, and I said I was gonna do Spirit
Okay.
Guardians without him in it,
Go,
but
Honey.
Okay.
all right,
Okay.
Okay. Spirit Guardians is like 15 feet around you.
right,
Gil is 150 feet away.
Yeah, but
correct.
she wanted to include him as being
Okay.
able to come into the field
So
in
if he
case
comes
they came
closer
down.
to us, he's not gonna get attacked by
Alright.
the Spirit
I was
Guardians.
gonna say, I thought you were gonna say you were gonna hit him.
As you
No.
So, quick question.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. I don't know.
No, it's okay. Go on.
So before Rafferty cast a sleep spell, before everything, Earless said she was going to. I mean, she was going to shoot it, but nobody ever said, "Okay, roll" or do anything with it. So I thought we were waiting for initiative.
Nope. I said several times this is a surprise round. If someone's going to do something, do it.
Well, I
Well.
said it, and nobody said anything.
Early said
in
several times
response.
you're shooting
Okay.
them.
So
Yeah, she did say she was gonna shoot him.
So
Guys,
Yeah.
let's not spend 2 hours on this combat. Let's just go.
Okay.
in the future, if I am intentionally slow to say things, I'm giving you a chance to do things.
So I think that it's hard to tell with the chat. I think we just have to make sure that we'll just try to do better.
All right.
Miscommunication. You can go on and shoot him if you want. You're like,
Okay.
I think she was playing Cogford.
You're still not in combat. If you want to take a shot, this is a perfect opportunity to do that.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
So Spirit
did all
Guardians
my-
moves with
Where
me,
are all
right?
my features?
Okay.
Everything is gone off of my sheet. Shit.
I'm literally looking at your sheet right now.
Whoa.
All my features are gone.
No, they're not.
Did you click on the features tab?
Yeah, I'm clicked on my features tab, and everything it have active abilities and passive abilities, and I cannot open them.
Do you have action and bonus action or reaction checked up at the top?
I have them all.
You want to uncheck those.
Okay, you want to uncheck those because they are not actions or bonus actions or reactions.
Oh,
big
there we
Spirit
go.
Guardian thing.
Okay.
What's
This
going on?
psychedelic thing
It's all
going on now.
fancy now.
That's okay.
You're welcome.
All right.
And I upcast that, by the way, at level 4. So I'm out
Alright.
of level 3s. So.
I'm gonna roll. Did I roll?
Keep looking at it. I suddenly feel like stopping smoking and donating all my money to various charities.
All right, and that's a 19 to hit. Probably the closest one that I can
don't
hit.
Know I don't know which one you can see,
I
so I
think she
need you
can
to.
only see one.
Can I target here?
Yes.
Yes, but nobody else sees it.
Can, right click to target, right? Double right click.
Double right
Okay.
click, yes.
All right, and then does a 19 hit?
Yes.
That is 7 piercing. So, quick question: if this is an out of initiative surprise attack, does the Dread Ambusher features work as well?
Yes,
Because
this is
that would
considered
give me
the-
an additional attack.
This is considered the top of the round.
Okay.
More surprising.
So, okay, then I'm gonna shoot him again. And that's a 20 to hit.
Yep.
And that's another 8 damage. And I get a D8 if I hit on that one. Hold on.
Wait,
Yeah,
which one are you targeting?
The only one she can see, this guy.
Well, I've got it targeted. It's the one sort of... I don't know how to describe
It's
it.
the middle guy.
No? I can see all 5 of them now. But I don't know why.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able
You
to.
definitely can't.
Okay, well, then the middle guy is the best one to get, I guess. And 1d8. Hold on.
So with our actions in this surprise round,
Yes.
like I cast
An
my spirit
additional 8
guardians,
damage.
can I also move?
Yes. This will be considered a full round. I'll let people go in whatever order they prefer, and then we'll go to initiative count.
Okay. Then Davi's gonna go ahead and move up.
What's that?
I can-
8, Leah?
That's an additional 8 damage. If I hit on that bonus attack that I get with Dread Ambusher, then I get an extra D8 damage.
Okay.
Since we are doing things before Davy runs out there, I touch her and cast haste on her.
Okay.
Okay.
With
So
with
I
a
can
4th level
move.
slot, I guess, because I don't have any 3rd level slots.
So that means I can move 50 normally.
Yes.
Okay, so I can go. We'll see. So that'd be 25 feet, and then that'd be another 25 feet, I guess, right? Yeah. But my thing doesn't move with me, but it's supposed to.
I'll move it.
Thank you. So that gets 2 of them in it.
This one that had turned to look at Gil.
Oh,
You want me to wait?
yes.
Okay, I have something to say though.
All right, you go. You go
Okay.
while I read.
As the one turns to look at Gil after that one falls asleep, it's got his eyes on him. That previously being the only other person that it could see in the room. Gil watches as these 2 arrows come from behind, piercing the redcap's body, and his hands go to his face. What are you doing?
We're not supposed to kill him, guys.
No, we're supposed to kill him.
So, Spirit Guardians affects when the creature moves into the area or when it starts its turn.
Yes. So if he runs up to him, it's in the area.
No, because if you were on a horse and you rode past a platoon, you don't hit everyone in that platoon because you moved through.
Beg to differ.
New Ador tactic.
It's when the creature enters the area for a first time on a turn, but I don't know whether that means when the creature enters it. But either way, I mean, that's
Yeah,
fine.
When they
I
start their
can't
turn, they'll take
force
the
it.
damage.
They'll
Yeah.
take damage.
Mhm.
Okay. Do I hear Gil before I get fully moved up there?
It depends upon when you moved in relation to Eurolith's shooting.
This is complicated.
It is complicated.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm getting really,
It's
really
okay.
confused here. So I don't know who said what when. So
It's okay. We'll say that as you cross the bridge, you hear him talking then, with Eurolith's arrows flying past you.
okay. So should I not hurt him?
They're a part of the natural ecosystem.
You cut out. I'm sorry.
They're a part of the natural ecosystem.
Yeah, but they're gonna attack us. They've done this before.
Go away!
We're the apex predators.
Fine. Davi will stand here and block the freaking. She won't move up the last bit. She'll just stop there and block the thing, so at least it can't get across to her friends.
Alright, are we rolling initiative now?
Tell them to stay
Rolling
away from me,
initiative.
then.
They're not really great listeners.
Well, then they're gonna die because I'm not gonna stand here and get eaten.
Well, can't we just all come back in the hut? Do they go away? Ask him if they go away.
Will they go away?
We are in initiative.
Okay.
Alright,
Great.
Eurolith.
I don't know what to do.
Killed him.
Davi can come back into the hut, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I mean, Gil
I'm the
doesn't
only
want
one
us
that
to
can't
kill
believe
them. But they will kill us.
They can't get into the hut, though.
And I'm in the hut. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna hold an attack. If one of them comes after Davi, I will shoot it. But other than that, I'm gonna hold my fire.
Okay. Davi, your turn.
I'll hold here and yell at Gil and ask him. Okay, well, what do I do? They're gonna attack us. They've done it before.
Do I respond or do I wait until my turn?
No, go ahead. I mean, it's free action. It's discussion.
I haven't really gotten that far.
They all have to die. Sorry,
Then
Redcaps.
I'm sorry, Gil, but I'm gonna have to take care of them. I understand, but I can't stand here and let them eat us.
You can come get on my rock.
Get in the hut!
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
You
You
cut
can
out.
come get on my rock.
Do they go away?
Not to my knowledge. Queen will likely relocate them to their proper habitat.
We can't get from here to you without getting attacked, and I don't want to die trying to get to you.
I mean, I can.
Davi will retreat into the hut, and that'll be my action. But spirit guardians are staying up for right now. It'll be slightly larger than the size of the hut, so they're around the outside of the hut.
Technically, spell effects can't enter or leave the.
Well, that would have been good to know, because
It just means that it's in the hut only.
Yeah, it's just only in the hut until you leave it, and then it'll go.
Okay,
well, I'm just gonna leave it up
Rafferty.
for now. I'll tell everything that Gil said in case anybody didn't hear it.
Is she able to tell me that as a free action before I do something stupid?
They must all die.
I mean, I took my whole action just talking, so could I talk to Gil, move back, and then tell the guys
I mean,
what was
Gil's
going on?
yelling. I imagine everybody can hear him.
Yeah, I mean, this dome doesn't like block sound.
Yeah. It's a
You
wide
were
open
like you were
space.
like 20 feet in front of the dome, so
Yeah.
I would rather keep on the Queen's good graces.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
as a free action, Rafferty's going to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And I'm actually going to roll for which of you jerks. Now, that didn't help. Number 4, Jacobus. Jacobus, I touch you and cast Fly. We are both flying. So I cast Fly, which who expected this to be freaking useful? We gain a flying speed of 60 feet. I am going to go 20 feet straight up. Here's hoping these red caps don't have, like, bow and arrows. We're going to find out really quick.
You said 60 feet straight up?
20 feet straight up.
20 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm going to go another 40 feet straight up. Because they totally have bow and arrows, which is the only reason for Cag to ask me that specific
no,
number.
you can enter it on your character how tall you are, high up you are. You can put it on your token how high up you are. He's just entering it for you.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so do I see anything else of note while I'm up here?
You see a number of small, like, patches where all the corpses are. There are grown these little patches of mushrooms that are slowly growing.
How many?
A lot. You guys, I mean, gosh, they killed like a dozen people at least, right?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. There are a lot of mushrooms. It's a mushroom farm.
Do any of the red caps I see have any type of bow and arrow?
God.
Nope.
Good news,
Crossbow.
bad news, guys. We can get to Gil. Well, me and Jacobus. But there's going to be quite a few of these things really soon. A lot. Just letting you know. And that's my turn.
All right. Well, the first redcap is shaking off his magically imbued sleep, and finally takes notice of Gil up at the top of the chamber, and then seems to rocket towards Gil, kicking him with a boot.
Oh, he can reach up there?
He's like on the rock, but not like, or the ice pit, but not like way high. He's kind of like he's trying to stay.
I think he's more concerned about distance, but yes, we can.
Well, didn't like him that much anyway.
Well, sorry, we're gonna have to kill these things, guys.
As I said, everything outside this dome is considered dead until we find out otherwise.
So, thankfully, Gil manages to dodge up the rock and out of the way. But the redcap is now in his face.
No, good red cap. Good red cap.
No such thing.
Alright. Sorry. I'm a little laggy today for some reason. Probably should have restarted first.
Or upgraded your computer.
Well, Cass is first.
You could run it on Casta's computer and just log in.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think it's probably OBS that's or OBS that's lagging me, really.
Could run that on Casta's computer as well.
Could, but then I would control over it. Next redcap starts rushing up towards Gil as well. Jacobus, your turn.
All right. 15. Oh, hi.
Just
Kill
over
it.
there.
I'm going to. Oh, come on. I gotta get in the right spot here. It's annoying. I don't have a mouse, so it's like. Using the trackpad sucks.
Yeah, it's not the best interface for a trackpad.
I can move you.
Yeah, if you like mark where
That's-
you want to be, I can move you there.
Well, the thing is, I don't actually know exactly where I want to be.
Okay.
Well.
You moved 55
So I was-
feet so far.
Was that 55?
It was 45 to here. One of these.
I think it was 50.
Yeah, 55.
Was it 60?
No, I don't think.
55?
60,
Wrong.
according to this thing.
Was it 60? Okay. I will bonus action dash then.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to do something I've never done before. Was it gonna get him? Yeah. I don't know if that actually gets that third guy, but I'm gonna blow the horn of blasting.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Go on and roll.
I forgot
Oh.
about the horn of blasting.
Because we've never been willing to risk the damn consequences.
Shit.
All right. Constitution saving throw.
When you dash, can't you like bolt them too? Or is that like an action?
Can can you roll a D100 for me, please?
Yeah, I can.
You can just click on it.
Oh no, where did I go?
20% chance might as well be 100% chance for us.
We're good. That would have been a hell of a way for Jacobus to go.
Jacobus just sets off, blows a horn, and just explodes into 100 pieces.
Well, it's fire damage, right?
Yeah, well, he survived.
He's
Fire
a
damage,
tiefling. Yeah, he'd be good.
Be fine.
Okay.
I knew we gave him the horn for some reason.
They have to take.
Yeah, that's why.
Saving throw. Oh man, I have to do this individually.
He's making CAG work.
What is it? Constitution, yes. Okay. So, the one furthest back takes full amount of damage and is deafened. And the one closest to you seems a little rattled, but doesn't grip his ears in what is clearly a gesture of extreme pain of the guy behind him.
As you blow this horn, though, the sound, which would be loud in a normal space, is just amplified as it echoes off the walls of this ice palace. And you notice, Jacobus, that at your feet, some fissures begin to grow out from where you stand in the ice as it cracks the floor of it.
That was a bad idea.
It's great.
Does anyone have shatter?
So I have like 55 feet of movement left.
Yes.
I am risking opportunity attack.
You can fly.
going-
You can
fly,
fly out of
fly.
it. You can just fly out of his range.
Yeah, well, that's still opportunity attack.
Okay, so he takes a swing at you. How's a 19?
Probably not great.
Yeah, a little hit.
10 slashing damage.
And uncanny dodge.
5 slashing damage.
I love CAG, or Tab laughing at CAG, experiencing what Tab experiences in Ador every time.
It's fine. I'm happy people are using their classes to their fullest ability. Alright.
I'm
I
done.
mean, I wasted a spell slot on literally nothing in a surprise round, so there's that.
Your fullest
Right.
ability.
Leo.
Leo sits down in the back of the dome and pets his owl.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep.
What happened to kill them? Kill them!
I can't leave the dome.
You can't pass out of the dome.
I'm not gonna take that chance. If I stick it, if I pass through it, it'll go away.
Our best strategy for getting him out of the dome is for one of us to hit him and make him fail a
Besides,
con save.
I don't want to be outside the dome.
He's a selfless man.
Alright. So, the red cap you moved away from turns and, with another burst of speed, sprints right up to you and attempts to give you a boot in the backside. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Should have flown up.
Remember, you can go diagonally. It doesn't cost you any movement.
So the red cap skids to a stop after he misses Jacobus, nimble as he is. And another red cap comes up to bat here and repeats the same maneuver. Please roll another dexterity saving throw. Another miss. You're good. Let's see. Stick. It is Stick's turn.
Stick is sitting in my lap being petted.
All right.
He's currently a comfort animal.
Excellent. Gil.
An emotional support animal.
Gil
Yes.
is going to look and kind of like pat down his pockets and see if he can find anything. He's going to pull out like some fruit that's a little bit rotten and dry, and he's going to kind of like toss it to the red cap, and he's going to be like, "Come on, they're there," and try to like shoo it away. That's his turn.
Your attack was super ineffective. This red cat dashes towards Jacobus. Please roll another dexterity saving throw.
Cat gets just so happy that the guy who can literally fly is in melee range.
You're good. Another miss. You are fucking Neo right now.
He's doing what?
Dodging.
That needs to be a GIF.
Alright. Airlift.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I feel like this is a really bad situation.
Just kill them, Earlith.
Yeah.
It's awful. You can tell us it's awful after you kill them.
I mean, I don't really care so much about the red caps. I'm worried about how it's going to be seen by the queen, but we'll move.
Sorry about the red caps, but hey, no more demons.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of lean out the igloo again, and I can only see this one. There's only one that I've
Well, that's
targeted.
fine.
Are you able to see who I've targeted?
Yeah, it shows a little
Okay,
beige looking.
that's the only one I could see. So I'm going to try to shoot it,
Okay.
and that is an 11. Is that it?
You actually managed to miss.
Okay, then I'm going to roll my extra attack, and then that's it. 27 to hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That's 9 piercing damage, and that's my turn.
Okay. So we have Davi.
Let's see. So I'm hasted, which means I can move. If I dash, I can move up to 100 feet.
Mm-hmm. You can also dash twice.
I can. Oh,
Yeah,
'Cause you get an extra action.
okay. So that's 25 feet. Sorry, I can't see. Now I can't read it. That's 90 feet.
I don't know.
So that's. I can get all the way to Gil. Where is Gil? No, I can get.
Gil's up
to-
on a rock. You can't get to him. You can.
If you run from where you were to Gil, is about 140 feet apparently.
So I can make that if I double
I mean, that's
dash.
basically running through a bunch of red caps.
But
now.
I can't leave. Yeah, I can't leave Jackie damaged. Or
Yeah, you can.
so if I do that, I won't be taking any opportunity attacks, right? Well, but then, yeah, I'd rather just move to there. I think. So then my spirit guardians move with me.
You're so fast, it kind of lags behind a little.
To confirm,
Yes.
You did clear all of us for your spirit guardians, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck you
Still.
guys.
It was like a blender in that dome.
I just wanted to make sure.
So Jacobus got out.
So I have another attack. I can
Oh,
do an
excuse me.
attack, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Jackie's not hurt yet, right?
He's. I think he
mean,
got hit
still,
some.
Okay.
I'm
Jacobus,
still missing hit points from before too, but
Jacobus is surrounded by 3 little guys that come about halfway up his shin.
Is this thing was football again? Sass, football in your own time.
Okay. Then I am going to. I'm just gonna attack one. I'm just gonna holler at Gil. I'm sorry, Gil, but I can't let people die because I'm sorry. Not gonna happen.
Gil just
And then I'm gonna
sighs.
whack it.
He looks more disappointed than anything.
Aww.
Oh, he's not mad.
I
He's
gotta attack all of
disappointed.
people.
If he's
What just
disappointed now,
happened?
We have
you
we've been
to
targeted, I guess, from the.
highlight the one you're targeting and press T. There you go.
Press T. T didn't do anything.
Yeah.
we tried
Oh.
to not be murder hobos.
So let me
Big
try that
pressure.
again.
You can't roll the dice, and well, I actually didn't target any of those. So.
No.
Well, this tells me that like it's nice to have like the AC and stuff up.
I didn't realize that it had everybody targeted for my other spell. So, okay. So,
There you go.
There you go.
and then I'll roll my attack, which is an
It
11.
does not hit.
Okay. Nope,
can also-
that's it.
You still have a bonus action too. You can use to attack since you attacked.
Even though I dashed? I
Uh
thought my bonus action was my dash.
oh, no.
She
I'm
gets 2 actions now because she is hasted.
Yeah,
Hasted.
okay.
One
But,
was to dash. This one was the attack. She still has a bonus
Okay.
action remaining. But I don't
So
know.
okay,
I
but
can still
to get there, she needs to dash twice though. So technically, I don't think you even get an attack.
Oh,
Did I to get there?
That's why there was a confusion. I think she. That's why she was asking what she could do, and I
'Cause
think
That's 100 feet. So if you want to get
Okay.
to
because
2
her
steps, that's
normal
another
her
dash.
normal movement is only
Okay.
25.
right.
Yeah.
So that's all I can do, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You still have a bonus action. Because you can't use the bonus action to dash.
Okay.
But I don't think you do anything with it.
What? God, I'm sorry, guys. So,
You're fine.
what spell? What
Haste
attacks do?
causes.
It's because I'm getting confused. Cam is the one that gets 2 attacks, not Davi. Or does Davi get 2 attacks? If she
So
attacks?
you have your War Priest bonus action attack, but it's only if you do an attack as your regular action.
But I just did an attack.
No, you cannot actually do that attack. To get where you are, you have to use that. Action to dash.
That attack was in.
All I have is a bonus action.
Yes.
I got you. Okay, okay. That makes so much more sense. So that attack never happened.
Yes.
Gotcha. Then I don't think there's a lot I can do as a bonus action.
No.
The only thing I can do is a healing word. But man, how bad hurt are you, Jackie?
be fine. Now,
All right. Well, I'm just gonna hold. I guess. I mean, just yell at Gil. I am so sorry. I can't help it.
Murdering is just in our nature.
Rafferty. You see an arrow, a pair of arrows fly up from the dome, and Davi sprinting out after them. You're hovering a good distance above the battlefield.
It's go time.
Oh, and Davi will holler at what's his name, the Gil, and tell him, "Look, get over here inside my circle. You'll be okay."
Go stand in the flying beer
Rafferty.
cans.
Rafferty flies closer.
What
And
are your spirit guardians?
They're little mugs. Well, it says it's like fey creatures, I think. So I guess there'll be little sprites with mugs of ale flying around, slapping people with mugs of ale.
I mean, it's a good way to go. It's
You know.
Little ladies in lederhosen.
That's amazing.
Like Galen.
I always wondered about that. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Eldritch Blast. Targeting the bloodied one. Oh, very nice.
Yep. It's not 2d10 plus 4 force. It's 1d10 plus 4.
No, it's
the
critical.
Oh,
But you crit.
okay. So that one's definitely dead.
So takes 20 force damage, and it is super dead.
I got you, Jackie. Actually, I'm going to piss off this one that's attacking Gil. Because, you know, we're nice guys. We don't want Gil to die. He may be useful. For things and stuff.
If you let him die and bury all the evidence, nobody would ever know there were redcaps here.
So long as you salt Gil's body.
Yes.
I don't know if it's automatically applying damage right now.
No.
I have to apply it.
Okay. I'm at least targeting things to make it easier.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That makes my life much easier.
Yeah, no. I gotta like lower your alert level so that you don't see it coming and then
God.
What was that?
Okay.
it's
I am seriously alarmed at this moment.
He doesn't know the story yet.
I love that you have a basic, like a one soundboard.
it's a screaming goat desk toy I got in our office Christmas party.
So dumb.
All right. So that is
you blasted
my
another
turn.
one. That's it? I thought you had 3
Yeah,
Eldritch
that's it.
Blasts.
Huh?
No. 11.
Oh. Okay. So it is now Redcap's turn. How high is this platform off of that caster? Can it not reach it?
It's not very high. So in my mind, it's like kind of like a slanted, accentuating iceberg beside it, and he is basically trying to backwards crab crawl up an ice hill.
Okay. So,
Just doing what they do in every horror movie before they die horribly.
Exactly.
he is going to attack Gil. I'm assuming a natural 20 hits.
Oh,
Yes.
painful.
That's 13.
Okay.
$13 on a crit. Call
Just
shenanigans.
hits.
12 hits.
Yes. Feel like an Elspeth.
11 damage.
Okay.
Cast I play this guy, so he has no defensive spells.
He doesn't know what shield is.
My DM has turned on me.
13.
Hits.
8 damage.
All right. Gil, who gets pummeled over and over, looks just shocked and appalled. Ow!
Gil looks really hurt.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Next red cap. So this one is going to charge Davi.
Bring it on. 48 damage.
Oh, that's a ruler. That's why he's not moving.
It's afraid.
You're muted or something, Tab. I can't hear you. I can
I
hear
think it's
you
a wisdom
talking.
save.
I believe so.
Wisdom save?
Let me see if I can find it.
Let me find the spell.
Oh man, it scrolled down automatically when you roll the dice.
He rolled a 7, so I'm going to go with he did not pass that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Takes 3d8 unless you upcast it.
I upcast it to 4th level,
Okay.
and I'm going to tell it not to consume a spell slot and not to place a template and cast the spell so I can do the damage.
Yeah, wisdom save.
Okay, so yeah, he did this wisdom save and that didn't work. It's targeting the wrong one. Sorry.
That's fine.
And 48 rand damage. So he's going to take 16 points of damage. Isn't he blinded? Or
He's
deafened?
like
He's deafened or something from the...
feared, I think.
No.
The Horn of Blasting, he was the only one that failed it.
Okay,
but I
no,
don't-
no.
Yeah, he can't hear.
Deafened.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Their speed is halved in the area too. So it's difficult terrain basically.
Okay. So, Davi, if you could roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
I guess I should, like...
Which one's... Oh, wait, I can use these little things, can't I? Saves. Dexterity. Normal, I assume? Yeah. Not very good.
So... Davi takes 19 bludgeoning damage and is now prone.
And a concentration save.
So, Davi, this creature sprints into your aura and is battered by mugs of ale as he crashes through to you, but manages to give you a swift kick in the chest and knocks you over. I need to roll a concentration saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And there goes Spirit Guardians.
That aura is amazing, though.
Okay,
Man,
so that is that Redcap's turn. Jacobus, your turn.
Oh no. Sorry, Davi. I think I have to go save Gil. Be back. Trying to. I'm still flying too.
yep.
So I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
I'm going to move 20 feet there. I'm going to use the crown's dissonant whispers on that guy.
Okay, please roll.
Where is it?
I think it should show up in your spells now, no?
No, it doesn't.
Really?
Well, maybe on my sheet.
No, that's not
seriously.
there. That sucks. I'll need to set that up for you.
Oh, there it is. Though I don't know.
It should show up under magic items later, but I'll get it set up.
It does show at the bottom of my spell book, but it doesn't let me cast it. Um, okay.
Inventory.
I guess- I think he just does a saving throw. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
don't know if it's my spell DC or what the DC is, so.
We'll do yours.
Mine's 14.
Okay, he fails.
Fails. So it is 3d6. 3d6 psychic damage, and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay. So, could you roll 3d6 for me?
Oh, could I roll worse damage? Man.
I mean, you could.
So,
I mean, it's
minus
only
8,
10 less than the max.
and
Perfectly
move
average
its
damage.
Movement away from you.
With 2 1s and a 6.
I know, it was kind of... But, you know, hey. The max you could have got was 18.
And that was an action to cast. So you... I guess you don't have any more stuff.
Except for 40 feet more of movement,
Yes.
which I guess I can't use yet because I want Gil to come with me.
You know,
Can you carry him?
also...
Well, I don't have an action to grab him with, is the problem.
I'll consider that a free action, scooping him up. Or we'll call it using up 10 feet of your movement. How's that?
Free item interaction.
Yeah.
You're objectifying Gil.
It's NPC, you know.
Depends on how you pick him up.
Whatever we call it, I will go up 30 feet in the air with him.
Okay.
Seems romantic, but it's not. It's just saving his life.
That's how it starts.
There's this montage of him flying again and tears going down his cheeks.
I can show you the...
And then you have him 35 feet in
Is
the
it
air.
like
the end
a
of it.
big, like a 80s hair band romantic ballad in the background as he like takes off of Gil?
And once you're flying with him, you kind of have to go with him because of the implication.
Okay. Leah.
I mean, I can't even see anybody at this point. I'd give Stick a fine little snack. And sit there, I guess.
Right.
He takes that seriously.
Yes.
All right. Next right there. Davi, you are prone.
I guess so.
Oh, shoot. I forgot about that.
Hmm.
And Jacob has just left you there lying on the ground.
Just to romance Gil.
Actually, because you're staring straight up, you can see him cradling.
Yes.
Gil in
Just
his
slowly
arms.
petting the back of his head as he presses it into his chest.
You can feel the currents in the chamber. You can feel the single tear out of Jacob's eye actually flies down and just falls onto your helmet. Alright. I wanted to roll that with advantage. Why does that say I hit you with a 15?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I definitely don't believe that.
Why is my armor class 12? What the hell? What
Because
happened?
you're try re-equipping your
Your
armor.
armor must have been. It's probably unequipped.
It says it's
Uh,
equipped.
oh, unequip it and equip it again.
Yay, Foundry.
No, click it. No, it's unequipped.
Still
Yeah, it
better
doesn't do
than
anything. Okay,
Yeah,
so you have
because
plate
everything-
you have plate armor as a
AC is
shield
like
though, so it's like
I
20
have an armor class of 20. I know
plus
that.
2, 22.
but it's apparently
22.
no longer working.
She's hasted.
Case,
Ah, okay. So
Case
we're gonna
also
put you at
adds
20.
2 AC.
I think is it 18 plate armor?
Yeah, 18 is plate.
Shield
Another
and then
2
haste.
from
So yeah.
shield.
I wonder
Okay.
what happened to my armor. Thanks,
broke it.
Foundry.
Some add-on broke. Don't worry.
Yeah.
There'll be a different one next week.
Like, armor class, well, what the hell? You didn't hit me that hard.
Okay. So we'll try that again. This shit. I don't know how to roll with advantage. Can I do that?
The only place I've found the roll advantage is the macro buttons down here. Which says you can right-click on them for advantage and disadvantage.
Hey, Cag.
Yes.
Cag.
Yes.
Family chat while we're waiting on these people to do their thing.
I am the people doing this.
Cag's literally
Yeah, we're
I'm
people.
waiting on
literally
him.
the person. Oh, okay. If you right click on it, you can set advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one attack. You have 22, so even though it says that hits, that we did not hit. Okay, next attack. This is going to go a little faster now. That's not going to hit. And third attack. Uh, 22.
That hits.
Yeah, I hit. It's like the first time in months I've hit Davi. 9 slashing damage.
No, you just hit me a minute ago.
That's
That's
true.
a save. It doesn't
It was
count.
a save.
You said 9.
9.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. No, I don't want to roll a concentration spell. I don't have anything going anymore, you stupid game.
Let's do that. Okay. I fixed it.
Why does the concentrate have 2 different colors for Dobby?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
Alright. Next red cat. Does the same thing to Davi. Holy shit, the lag is nigh unbearable. Okay. I clicked it before it was ready. So it says your armor class set to 12 again.
Definitely is.
Yep. It never changed for me as far as I know.
I can't set it. I can pull it up, but it's not like editable.
Is there any other armor that she's wearing by accident?
I don't see equipment on here.
Scale mail's not equipped. Chainmail's not equipped. Boots of the Winterlands are equipped. Plate mail is equipped. Shield is equipped. Clothes of Mending is equipped. No, I mean, no.
I wonder if the plate armor is just not set to give, like, whatever
Let me
add-ons.
edit
you
it
see.
and see. It says AC 18.
Yeah. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'll have to look into it.
But I can equip it and unequip it, and it doesn't affect
Can you
my
edit
armor
the
class.
AC if you just go up there? The
I
number?
tried that earlier.
Be 20.
Hit enter. Okay, well.
Yeah, let me edit it.
Yeah, I think he went back when he targeted
Okay.
me.
Another hit with 22. 8 slashing damage. And then last time, and I swear we can move past this. Last one does not hit. Stick.
Yeah, sticks it there.
Alright. Stick's hanging out.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
You are being cradled in Jacobus' arms, flying for the first time in many moons.
As Gil drapes his arms around Jacobus' shoulders, he looks down at the floor and goes, "Oh, Lovelace, forgive me," and casts Fireball.
Ball?
Fireball.
Ball.
On Dobby?
dies.
On Dobby. Says 20 foot radius. Let me place this. He's gonna cast it. Let's see what we can do.
Is it? Okay, you can move.
We'll do it right. But
Get like
he's
the
already
corner
done.
there and get those two,
Yeah.
probably. Or
Yeah,
close to
we'll
the
do
left.
that. So that we just singe Davi's eyebrows, but we don't hit her. Look at that guy. We're flying. If it's 20 and we're 30 feet in the air, can't I technically do it kind of under him more? Because
Yes.
why am I asking permission? I'm a DM. I'm just kidding. I care.
Whoa.
I care. I care. Okay, so we cast Fireball.
So it gets 3 of them.
Cactus heal and advice
Yes.
reposition.
All right.
DC 14 deck save.
Also, Davi's laying down, so it kind of goes over her. You know, she's just short to start with, and
Her feet shield her
I'm
from the
huddled
blast.
under my shield. Stop kicking me!
Without me. Say Dexter. No. Can you go on and roll damage?
Sure. That is 26 fire damage.
So
I don't like how dexterous these guys are.
they're rather dexterous. Not that guy though.
Okay, sucks.
The guy right on the edge gets blasted incredibly hard, while the other two manage to flatten themselves to the ground fast enough to avoid the brunt of it. What else?
And any mushrooms inside that area are now incinerated. Thank God.
So Skill looks down and just has this brief moment of prayer and then casts Fireball, hitting several of the red caps. The gigantic, like the brightness of this flame, actually, just as you think it should begin to peter out, it just seems to kind of continue to grow, and the area gets lighter and lighter. Davi, you still cowering under your shield, and Jacobus, you over here can see from
Bravely.
just
Cowering bravely.
understandably cowering, can see from above the throne. It's almost as though there's this rising sun for a moment, that just continues to illuminate, and up above you can see just this small, tiny ice-like figure that you encountered previously in the maze begins to rise up from the other side of the iceberg and drift over. And she looks down over the red caps and she goes, "Cut it out, I don't have the energy for this right now." And they all stop.
I'd be so happy to talk to me if she doesn't have much energy.
So with that, we are effectively out of combat.
Unless somebody has something they want to do.
Stop me now.
Davi's just gonna stand up and she's gonna kick one of them, but not hard enough to hurt him, but like, cut it out.
The red cap takes it.
He looks spectacularly crestfallen at being chastised by the queen.
They all turn and they kind of take one knee, and she is just looking a little bit frazzled, a little bit tired. And she comes and she drifts over and begins to survey the crowd in the area. All the red caps kind of begin to get together and move over to one side and kind of huddle together like these chastised children. She looks at the throne, kind of shakes her head. She looks at the cracks in her floor and looks a little disheartened by that, but just takes it in. And then finally she looks over, being about the same level as you guys, and she sees Gil cradled in your arms, Jacobus, and begins to drift that way. Oh, my dear sweet child, what has happened to you? Gil kind of looks over at her. Nothing that I wouldn't gladly do again to serve you, my queen. She beckons over one of the two little sprites that are accompanying her, and he moves over and kind of tries to take Gil's from your arms, Jacobus.
He lets him.
All right. Gil reluctantly.
Crying baby back to its parent.
Gil reluctantly parts with his newfound love, and the two other sprites kind of take one arm over each of his shoulders, and they all begin to descend, Queen taking her place on her throne. The red cat settled over to the side. She takes a deep breath, and the other sprites land down beside her, and she's like, all right, so who can tell me what happened here?
Rafferty's gonna land and bow and say, Your Majesty.
Who are you again?
Rafferty, at your service.
All right. Rafferty, are you going to enlighten me as to what exactly occurred here then?
The orcs were using an artifact to open a portal and summon the demons, which were attempting to merge your realm with another. We defeated them in combat here and secured the relic.
I see. Where is it?
That's a really good question.
Robbie's just gonna look over at Jackie because he had him last, as far as I know.
The artifact?
You had the 2 pieces or whatever.
They'll pull out the comb and kind of lift it up so she can see it.
And there was a horn too, wasn't there?
I think only Jacob saw that. But yes.
Oh, okay. No, the horn was on this side and the mirror or the comb was on the other side.
Ooh, good call.
Jacobus
Yes.
was the only one close enough to get.
No, because
visual.
Davi could see it because I made a passive perception thing and she told me there was. I couldn't see what
okay.
it was. I could see
Yes.
there was something, I think,
Yes, but-
actually. Sorry.
No, you're totally cool. It's been a while. I don't remember. So.
Yeah,
I
I'm trying to remember too.
I remember thinking that Jacobus was the only one who actually knew what it was, got a visual on it, got his hands on it.
I remember I could see something on the
Yes.
thing, but I don't think I can make out the detail. So,
Yeah. So
okay.
the specifics of it being a horn are probably beyond value, but
Okay.
So the
Just want to
queen
make sure.
kind of looks at the comb. Interesting. Do we know anything about this artifact?
What did we learn at the tower?
We
I
have
can't
some
remember.
theories.
Yeah.
All right.
They're used to, I guess, to open these portals.
And she kind of looks over at Gil, and Gil kind of nods, and he's like, I have some theories, my queen, as to what exactly caused all of this and the nature of the magic, but everything they say is in line with what I've observed so far. They came and found me and helped me make my way here, and together we were able to close the portal and push back the hordes.
Can I ask a quick out of character question?
Sure.
Did we know that you had to have an item on each side of the portal?
No.
Didn't we learn that somewhere?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think Gil was the first one that was able to witness a portal, because when you guys went to the swamp and had the Orcus thing going on, you never actually encountered the portal there.
I thought we read something about it, but I can't remember
I
now.
honestly
There
don't
was
know.
something about like it being like a beacon or anchor or something. I don't know if it said anything about needing another one.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Actually, now that I think about it, the purpose of the artifacts that was discussed was that they needed some kind of like anchor, but there was nothing specific about needing
2
multiple.
of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so Davi will just tell her that, you know, as far as we know, it acts as kind of an anchor. I guess it acts as an anchor between these 2 worlds or realms,
I see.
planes.
Have you encountered anything like this elsewhere?
Just at the tower. I mean, we didn't see a portal there, but we found a little bit about the items, and we knew the orcs were seeking them. And in your maze, we ran across one orc. I can't remember what she told us either, but I think she told us some stuff about them trying to open. paths.
What do we know about these items then that makes them? Why these particular items?
I don't know, other than maybe they were made by that mage that made the tower. And that tower seemed to be kind of a focal point.
Interesting. She kind of nods and sits back quietly. She turns her attention to Gil and kind of begins to twiddle her fingers, and you notice as a pair of icicle or like ice lace wings begin to grow out of his back, and they're not real wings from what you can tell, but they're pretty.
She's such a good employer.
Davi's gonna give Gil a thumbs up.
He's a little bashful about it all, lowering his eyes like, oh, but seems appreciative. Very well.
So yeah, I mean, we fought demons. They were all over this place, and orcs too, all over your castle and your lands here. And we got him out of prison, and your nursery was hurt too.
So
I'm sorry.
I have encountered a few of the stock you speak of on my way back in, and I did come briefly by the nursery. It is certainly a tragedy that will take us some time to recover from.
Cad is planning to kill Cag.
So, I mean, I'd like to get a night's rest. I am tired. This has been a battle, but you had mentioned possibly helping us with some things, and I think we need to talk about that as a group and figure out what it is, but how we need to know what it is that you're offering to us for having done all this.
I didn't have anything in mind, did you?
I wondered if we might share a word in private, Your Majesty.
Private?
Yes, I have, a request and an offer.
A request that you're not willing to make in front of your comrades.
It's not them I need privacy from.
Who then? Because I trust my court.
I think he's asking to talk to us.
No.
No.
You trust your court, but perhaps not the one I'm bound to serve.
And who do you serve?
I thought we went over this really cutesy with me not having to name them at some point. I used a bunch of nautical metaphors.
Did they talk about that? I don't remember if they talked about that.
I don't know if that's in character or not.
I don't remember.
I can totally take that as in character, so I don't know. I legitimately don't know if it's in character or not.
I just don't remember it because it was like 2 months ago. So,
Yeah, I don't know that they talked about it, because I think your encounter with her in the labyrinth was pretty brief.
yeah, it was someone else that we
Yeah.
communicated it to through metaphor. It was very funny. It's the Admiral.
Oh. You're one of his then.
I'll have more to say when we are in private. And again, it's not my companions that I need the privacy from.
Then I don't know who you're seeking privacy from.
The one I serve. We're at the heart of your realm, where your word is law, and you have power.
I mean, that is certainly true, and I trust that nobody in my court is in his service, and I would not think that he would be so bold as a spy. My understanding is he has been rather occupied recently anyway, but I value the wisdom of my court very highly, so I'm afraid that anything that you have to say will have to be said in front of them.
Very well. But, with your wisdom, do you believe that he will hear what I say?
You serve him. I don't know what sort of dealings you have made with him. Even if you are his to watch, then perhaps.
Well, we'll just have to risk it. And Rafferty's going to have a very uncomfortable look on his face. We're about to make Casta play 2 characters at the same time, guys. It's going to be fantastic. While I am not at liberty to disclose the nature of my servitude. Suffice to say that I am bound to his will and to complete a task. And I would gladly see that were not my place, but I am no oath breaker.
Wise choice.
So what I would offer you is the opportunity to have a servant who is willing and who makes the choice freely and not under duress. And the price would be that we have helped free your throne room and your realm from the peril it was in. But unfortunately, the price would also require that someone go in my place.
So what you're suggesting is that the favor you would ask of me is that I take you into my service.
Yes.
She looks to the rest of the group. And how do you feel about this?
I don't know if I understand exactly what's going on here. So, how does that not break an oath?
The task will still be complete. Someone will serve in my place.
It is a clever effort to work around the bonds he has sworn to. Will it work? It isn't my oath, it isn't really my problem.
It is important for my protection and for the protection of my group that the task be completed, and whoever you send must take this package. And he pulls his satchel out. Sorry, wife. Must take,
Fine as us, your wife.
must take this package to Lear without hesitation, for he needs the contents. However, in part of your payment to this group, I must insist, and he reaches into the pouch and he removes an arrowhead.
You cannot take anything out of the pouch. You reach your hand in, as you try to grab it, it's like it just keeps slipping through your fingers.
Oh, that's no fun. That's certainly not in the contract I've read everywhere.
That's in character.
That's definitely in character. There's an object in here that must not be delivered.
You come with a lot of contingencies for this plan.
Contingencies are my business.
If you were asking me if I can protect you from a broken oath, the answer is no. That is beyond my power. Now, if you're asking me if you can fulfill your oath and then be in my servitude, that is something we can discuss.
I have studied my oath in the language and the terms. I do not believe that such an oath made under duress in my realm would have been considered binding, but I know the rules here are different. But so long as someone is serving in my place, and I carry no more in my future line, the oath would be considered complete, though it would be considered quite rude, and I do not doubt that there would be consequences.
Well, that is your risk to take. If this is what you would have, there are certainly those that I can send to deliver this parcel that you're interested in.
I would not send anyone you're fond of.
I have had plenty of interactions with Lear, believe me. That does leave the challenge, though, of you attempting to sneak your way out of this debt with him and then immediately come into my servitude. That leaves me with a certain ill will that I might write of him, and it is a high price that you ask. Something that I will need to think on, I think.
Very well. Is there another price you could extract from me that would aid you in this decision?
being truthful, I don't tend to favor mortals the same way Lear does. I find them not quite as helpful as others in their servitude.
I would not consider what he does to mortals a favor.
But if this is the price that you'll ask of me for your aid, then that is something I am willing to consider. I don't know that I have many uses for you, but I also have power to spare. What is it to me? Were it not for Lear's involvement, it would certainly be a very small thing to ask of me. But I need to confer with my council and take their thoughts as to what might come of this arrangement. I know that you mentioned being tired. Perhaps you would like to take a night to rest.
Yes.
Discuss it amongst yourselves, and we can gladly reconvene after you are feeling more about you, and I will tell you how we might proceed with this arrangement.
Very
Can I
well.
ask you a question?
Certainly.
If we were to ask you, could you send us through the plains back home?
Yes.
The ninja
Could
run
you
in the
look at our
background is
home and tell us? Oh, sorry, Keigo, what'd you say?
No, I was saying, yeah, I saw Tiny do the ninja run in the background. It's glorious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry.
she's very Naruto.
Could you look in? Could we look in on our home before we go to make sure that it is still there?
That is not something that I do, but I could easily call in a favor from the Wild Hunt and ask that they tell me what they have found recently.
I don't know how far your good graces extend towards us. Would this be something we would need to choose between what Rafferty has asked and this, or would it be possible to do both?
What Rafferty asks comes with a very high, long price. But I
Would there be more that we could do for you to gain the knowledge and the transport home then?
You can't leave yet.
Why?
You swore an oath in the Autumn Court that you were going to get to the bottom of this demon thing and stop it.
I didn't swear I'd get to the bottom of it. We said we'd help, and we have helped. We rescued the Sprite Queen.
Man, you better be sure that that's fulfilled before you leave.
We talked to the Autumn Queen and find out. But I think I do not. I swear, guys, we might have to go back. This is out of character. We might have to go back and watch that, because if I'm going to be held to that, I
Yeah.
don't think that's what we swore at all. I think there's a lot of confusion about what we swore, but I do not think we swore to stay. At that time, Davi was very much, I
Yeah.
want to go home. And
Yeah.
she was not going to swear something that would have prevented her from going home. Yes, I will help. And we have helped.
Yeah, I think you did swear aid. I don't think you swore. I think you swore like aid and helping them figure it out, but I don't remember there being any hard lines. And the
Right.
exchange was for like goods, not so.
Yeah.
Not souls, yeah. Rub it in.
So, yes, I would very much, we would like a night's rest, and I think we have some discussions to do amongst ourselves too.
As do I. I am hesitant at the moment to I have much to survey still as to damage done and what could be coming next and what is at the bottom of all this, and it isn't my intention to be invasive. I am just a bit worn thin, as I'm sure you understand.
I'm happy to see you back in your home.
Oh, as am I. But we will get you rooms arranged, one for each of you if you would like, or you're welcome to room together. There are plenty. They are perhaps a bit chilly for your taste, but we will provide plenty of furs to help you be as comfortable as possible in your rest.
I find it quite comfortable here.
Davy, would you stay with me the night?
Gil's like,
Dobby's gonna look at Rafferty and this. What
Oh,
the
my.
hell?
we have
Here,
room.
let us
Talk,
go.
sure,
What?
but I think I'd like my own room.
We have room.
I will feel a
Wait.
lot safer if you were there.
We have rooms designed particularly for that if you were so inclined.
For what?
This is a small thing.
Gag's like, whoa.
Holy cow.
I'm gonna get leer dreamed, guys.
That's
Don't
not
think-
the L word I thought you were gonna say.
No. Referee's gonna die. He wants to finally be a man.
Do you perhaps have a suite that has like some connecting rooms where I can
Yeah.
have my own bedroom? Thank you.
Or
Well,
they're
we-
just some connecting spaces, maybe. We don't want to be too distant from each other, apparently.
Your driest room, please.
I have rooms with single beds, 2 beds, and then one that is a larger bed with a set of smaller beds, generally used by children. But as far as connecting rooms, this is an unusual request, I'm afraid.
Does it have a
Yeah.
kitchenette?
The
As
frostbite
long
queen.
as I have my own
A
bed,
microwave
I'm
and a mini
okay.
fridge.
How about this? I will have you escorted to the quarter and you can choose any room you want. I don't imagine we will have guests for some time.
Thank you. You're very gracious.
We do appreciate your hospitality as well.
Dobby's just gonna side eye Rafferty like, what the holy?
We're all a little confused now. It's just so
I'm just
random.
gonna Davy
She's
over
like,
to the
Dobby,
side.
can I stay with you?
Davy, a moment, please.
So she's going to look over to Gil. Gil, I'm afraid that I don't know where the servants are at the moment. I hate to ask more of you, but would you be so kind as to show them to their quarters and then come back so we can have a word? And he gives
Oh,
a
your
head-
servants are huddled up, and Davy will give the best direction she can give because Honey doesn't remember.
Thank you. I will send someone to tell them then. Hopefully they are already seeing the changes, but we will do what we can. I appreciate that.
And you might need to have your chef looked at a little. He seems like maybe he had a little. He's a little. Your chef was a little confused. I think he was a little maybe addled. You might just want to.
You can't expect
Yeah.
much of the fur kind anyway, but we will have someone take a look at him.
Magically
Okay.
addled.
Yeah, I think maybe he needs a little help.
She spreads her hands out, and all of you who are not yet flying find yourself a little lighter on your feet as you're lifted up. Gil along with
I
you.
mean, Leo's definitely not left his little dome yet.
Leo has not been seen.
Leo has PTSD from red
Leo,
cats.
it's okay. You can come out. I promise.
How many hats are you wearing?
We get real rooms with beds.
They don't have those here. I trust you.
Send the red caps over to ask him nicely to come out.
Come on, Leo, please. It's okay. I promise.
One of the red
There's,
cats.
there's like 10 seconds and a stick comes flying out. Just surveying.
The red caps are standing
All
by
right.
walking stick. All right. Then I will see you when you are rested. Gil takes flight, looking very happy with his wings and his freedom. He's like, all right, this way then, and starts leading you guys down between the icebergs to one of the lower levels, where you find this hall, and the rooms, as you encountered before, are spaced very far apart. He kind of steps, he's like, well, I know you guys are pretty close together. This is where people outside the court usually stay. You are welcome to stay here, or if you would like, we can take you to one of the sprite rooms, but it's going to be more open, and I think you would all need to stay in one under those circumstances. So I'm not sure that you can reach each other from room to room.
Avi.
Need to talk. I think maybe is there this room big enough for us to all stay in or whatever? Or it's
There's the room with 2 beds that you can certainly stay in. You're welcome to sleep on the floor, but I mean, if you would like, you can all be here for a moment and then go to the other rooms. They're unlocked.
Sleeping.
And as the queen said, I can't imagine if we're going to have anyone for a while. I don't think that she'll need the rooms.
I'm okay with sleeping in the floor. I'd like to be close to my friends.
Right. And I wanted to say, I know you have things to ask of the queen, but just as a personal favor, I am able to. I can't send you to the prime material plane, but if there's somewhere else you'd wish to go in the Feywild, it would be an honor. I can send you there. There's nothing needed for it. It's just you have my gratitude.
Thanks, Gil.
So,
And hey, I'm glad you got wings back.
thanks. Yeah. All right. Well, rest well, and I'll come back and check, and just
Okay.
yeah.
Thanks.
And he takes off.
No longing looks at Jackie. After
All right. So I say we take a break,
Yes.
and then we'll come back.
That
Dabby.
would be
yeah.
excellent.
Davy, before the break, Rafferty's gonna pull out of his robe a feather and hand it to you. It's one of yours.
Why, thanks. Am I losing them already?
No matter what happens tomorrow, know that it has never been my intention to cause you any trouble.
Why would you?
Real. That's very.
Why would you cause me trouble? I don't understand.
Well, maybe you will, maybe you won't.
Well,
What are you doing, Duncan?
She says to
want us all
Rafferty.
to get out of here
Slowly
safe.
dying.
Aren't we
Yeah.
all?
Fearless says, "What are you doing, Duncan?" To Rafferty. That's great.
I didn't know I wasn't muted. Sorry.
Then Dobby's mind would be blown.
Rafferty's really selling that crazy stalker thing. Like, can we share a room so I can give you back all this hair I collected from you?
Does he before he hands it back? Just don't forget your smell.
I mean, it'll all make sense. But Davy, if my plan doesn't work tomorrow, I will have instructions for you.
I think I'd like to know more about what's going on with you. Can
I
I?
am not at liberty to tell.
How are we going to help you? Do you need help?
We'll see how this goes when we have our audience again with the Queen.
Well, let's talk about what we're going to do, but let's do it after I go to the restroom.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, bye.
So this is going great, Felix.
We'll wait and see what the queen says about your command.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm still going to have to do something crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't take things out of the bag. That really throws a wrench in how I was planning to handle this.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of curious to see, like, collectively as a party, how people feel about the fact that basically our reward for this is either choosing to help Rafferty or not, you know?
Well, I mean, if they choose not to help Rafferty, then bad things happen.
Yeah. I don't think that anyone has the slightest clue that him not switching his service to the Sprite Queen has quite the implications that it actually does, though.
Yeah, well, first, let's be clear. She is a dark fae. She will be also awful.
Yeah.
It will be a different type of awful, but it will be awful. But Lear is... wow.
It goes back. Oh, hi.
Hello.
Tab, I admire your conflict avoidance with the red caps.
Yeah.
I guess we could have hid in there and let them kill Gil.
I mean, that seemed like the logical option.
Yeah, Dobby wouldn't have let us forget it.
He was
What
trying to
logical option?
just hide in the dome and let Gil die.
No, couldn't let Gil die.
He was trying to pet him.
Gil might end up being useful.
I doubt it.
Mm-hmm. His ability to teleport us places? Sweet.
Yeah, he can send us right where I need to go.
Yeah. Seemed to be kind of stuck up on that rock.
Tab, these things are terrible.
Why are you eating them? I gave it to my daughter.
Okay, good.
They were not meant for you.
Oh,
Why do I get them back? I literally brought them away from my desk. What are you doing?
What are they?
They're little gummies my daughter bought me for my stocking.
but the
They're like cherry bad.
red ones are. I love cherry though.
But this is like more like cough syrup cherry than...
Well, it's like Walgreens brand jelly gummies.
Like
Cherry
really
ones.
bad cough syrup too. It was
She
not good.
loved them, however, so
That's
can eat
good.
them.
I'm glad she liked them.
That's why
But
I
I
gave
did
them to
not.
her.
Oh. Cast it through a loophole at me, guys. I'm really concerned.
There, I got the free game on Epic today. Tab.
Oh, what
Good.
is the free one on Epic today?
My time at Porsche. It's a 3D Stardew Valley, basically. It's much more rose gold than gold gold. It doesn't
She's
look
talking
gold
about
gold.
the
It looks,
color.
That looks
It
silver.
looks silver.
Yeah, it's actually rose gold though.
Okay, but it's
It's
not
like
gold
a
gold. It's
blushy
like
pink.
100% not gold gold.
Well, I mean, it looks
What's
gold.
eating? What's Cag eating over there? It's his
I can't
cereal.
hear you, but it's not cereal.
Cereal.
You know when they said cereal?
I didn't have to. I saw Todd
I didn't say.
smile.
Oh, here comes the dog. Dog is upset.
Start locking the door again.
Now I feel like I need something to get that taste out of my mouth.
Nobody asked you to eat these things.
What are they?
You didn't want them, and they were sitting on the counter with everything else, so I thought,
That's where
oh,
your daughter put them after I put them on her desk.
He eats Swedish cuisine. If he doesn't like something, it's a very big flashing red warning sign.
Yeah. Have impeccable taste.
Swedish berries are delicious.
So,
Swedish
Lingonberries?
berries, all of them.
So all I know is
He's
that you
eating
have.
trace leches. That's what he's eating
That
tonight.
is exactly what I am eating.
Casper,
Put some Fruit
I
Loops in
just want to say that last little loophole you threw at me, very evil.
I wonder why he didn't expect one to start with, but whatever.
That's not my funeral.
Well, no, it is kinda.
No, in this case, it's really not.
Oh god.
They also have fish.
I've never seen those before, Felix. Now I want to try
What?
them.
There's some really
they're
knockoff Willy
delicious.
Halon.
Yeah, they have this stuff called Hila Halon and
No, that's not what they're called.
whatever. They're really good. I like them.
So what
And-
are they called?
Willy Halon.
Yeah. Okay. So there's definitely like tabs was Swedish and honeys was like Arabic, you know. Which I couldn't say it, honey. Don't get me wrong.
I hear
You know,
no difference between the two. So
Oh, I totally
Okay.
hear a difference.
it's a difference in Hila and Hila.
Willy.
As someone who mangles Spanish all the time, like, don't get me wrong, my heart goes out to you.
It's in
I'll
the
say
difference
things.
in getting a shower or not when you try to say it.
If
Whenever
you're
I-
spitting, you're definitely doing it wrong.
Whenever I say anything, Cag's like, that's not how you say it. I'm like, yeah, I know.
I
mean,
come to
I
terms
don't
with the
know
fact that
why
she
you
cannot pronounce her last name.
I can't pronounce our last name. I just say it how I say it, and that's just how the hell it's going to be said. So, you know.
So.
How do you pronounce your last name? I'm very confused now.
Maybe not on stream.
Not on screen. Let's not do that. But
Boss.
let's talk about this later.
I
Because
got my
now
own.
I'm
Thank you.
confused.
All right. So, you guys
He wants my
have
social too.
a long stretch of hallway. The rooms come in a wide variety. There's enough for you each to have one. You know, you can all bunker down somewhere. They're really nice, sizable rooms. They're definitely palace rooms. You know, there's plenty of warm blankets inside and ice wardrobes. And it is all ice, but you know, there's plenty of opportunity for you to make yourselves at home.
Leo goes to bed by himself, little offended nobody asked him to protect him at night. There was
Dobby
several
will
of them.
drag everybody she can into the room with Rafferty at this point.
Before he gets
It's
handsy.
really
Not really
Jacobus is going to
understanding
his own
for
room.
certain what's going on.
Dobby's not really the one-on-one type.
Now we find out why her armor keeps removing itself.
Physically small, big appetite.
So, Yurlith, are you going with Dobby?
Oh yeah.
Okay, girl.
Good.
You think I'm gonna leave her to Rafferty's Rafferty by herself? She would
Listen.
never do that.
Leo and Jackie will get totally dirty looks as they walk away.
Yeah, if they're not. Are,
No, I'm
seriously,
staying. If was I invited?
Yes, you were invited.
everybody, we're staying together, people. I don't
Okay.
like the idea of us being split up in this palace anyway. So
No, not crazy about that.
Leo digs out his very special PJ Party hat. Puts it on.
It's a mushroom.
It's like a toad hat, Mario.
Don't do that.
Stool would be so proud.
that's amazing.
So you've all split up now? Well, who's
No.
with who?
No, we're all
No,
in
no,
one room.
we're all together because
Except
We're gonna have a conversation at least.
I think Jacob was left. I don't know. Jacob would leave.
no, Jacobus better not leave.
I mean, he can do what
If
he
we're having
wants.
the conversation before bed, then yes, he'll stay there now, but he has no intention of sharing a room with you guys to sleep. in an otherwise safe palace where the queen is there to be able to do her thing.
Yeah, but you don't. I mean, you don't worry about being separated from the entire party
The party.
in an unknown palace with an unknown queen, and
You don't get loaning and separation anxiety?
Who owes us a giant favor? I'm
Ehrlich,
not that
Ehrlich.
concerned, no.
He wants to have an interlude with Gil. It's okay.
oh, I'm sorry. I
Did you
didn't
not
realize
sense
you'd
it there?
I mean, I wondered why he left you on the ground and went for Gil, but I did not understand that Jackie's interests went that way.
Yeah, I thought Gil was a
Ehrlich
dude.
is now conspiratorially chatting with Davi about this, but that's interesting. Okay, now we know. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jackie. Of course, no problem. We're gonna talk first.
But
And
let's
then
talk.
You can go
So
find Gil again.
Davi's gonna start trying to shove everybody in the room to talk. So, why did you have? Did my feather fall out?
It was a contingency.
A contingency for what?
If you went back to the lake,
What would you do with it?
that's neither here nor there.
Well, no, that is both here and there, but I mean, it's definitely pertinent.
It's here right now. What would you have done with it?
Oh, we'll sleep on it and you'll learn tomorrow.
Oh God, this is very frustrating.
I'm not at liberty to discuss at this time.
So,
Do you have an ETA for when that time is, or are we
If
gonna circle back around?
If things go well with the queen tomorrow,
Yes,
I
things
will-
have always gone very good when we talk to people and agree to do things. So we have that to look forward to.
Yes, well, if they go well, I will be at liberty to talk. If they don't go well, I will have other instructions for you.
I don't
Well,
take
I mean-
instructions from you. Thank you very much.
The instructions are for Davi.
She doesn't take instructions from you. Thank you very much.
Why would you have instructions for me?
Because if things do not go well tomorrow, I may have to leave.
Why?
I'm not at liberty to tell. You know I serve another. You'll have to leave it at that for now.
Why do you want me to sleep in the room with you?
So that we could have this conversation, or a better version of it.
A better version.
I mean,
I
was the version you intended to have the one where you actually told her something of use, or was it,
It was a
or
post-coitus one.
is it now affected because we are all here?
There are limitations on what I could say. And
If
not-
you're shy, we can look the other way.
I mean, so is there things that you would tell Davi that you would not tell Davi in front of us?
It may be a thing or two I can mention to her, but nothing concerning, well, the rest of you at this time.
So you can tell me because I'm involved.
Yes.
Okay, Davi,
Why
what
am
do
I
you want?
involved? Because of the lake?
Yes, because of the lake. I believe you've been contacted at least once because of the lake.
Was I contacted by the admiral or?
Yeah, he pretended to be Mara Dune and you completely, insight checked the snot out of him. It was great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
did he really? I don't remember that. Sorry.
You forgot
My
Casta?
memory is terrible.
You forgot Casta sounding Scottish?
I remember
Scottish-
him being
Scottish is a
there.
bit of a stretch.
I remember Martha Morduin being there with the Traveler. But I'm sorry.
This
I
was
didn't
you were
remember.
contacted in your sleep by the Admiral.
And I remember, and you recognized
This was like
him,
6 years
and you,
ago.
Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
and you
I'm
actually called him
amazed
out
that
for
this
it
hasn't
in
remembered
the.
that.
This is before
called him out for-
homeschooling destroyed Casta's soul for 9 months.
I remember that. You called him out in the dream and said you were not Martha doing. I remember that now.
Now I gotta go back and watch this episode. I need to find it so I can remember.
Jeez.
Sorry, guys. This is Honey having a terrible memory.
I mean, that works in my favor. We can go with that.
No, it wouldn't be Davi necessarily. It'd be me.
Hope you didn't have any more combat planned, Cag.
Davi, do you want us to take a walk down to one of these other rooms while you and Rafferty talk about this, or what?
Yeah, I mean, if he can't talk about it, let him tell me what he can, since I'm involved, and then I'll tell everything that I can to you guys.
Okay. Leo,
I already got my good hat on.
come on, Leo. Jackie, you can go find Gil now, I guess, because this conversation doesn't involve a guess.
Let's all find Gil.
Wait, why would we all find Gil? Because
But
this
I
is
have,
not-
I do have, I want to talk to you guys some more. I still think we need to make a final decision here, but
let's
let me find out, because that might affect how I would decide things.
Okay. All right. So, Earlith will kind of drag Leo and try to leave and go to one of the other rooms or whatever.
Okay. And there's one really nearby, and each of them have like a little lounge area. You're able to find plenty of spaces. And as you go out, you actually find all of these trays have come and been brought to you now. And they don't have full meals, but they've got like cheese plates and fruit and wine.
Were they?
Take enough trays of them, they're full meals.
Were the plates put together by James?
You have no idea.
Oh, they're
They're on these little rolling ice trays, and it's definitely like finger food. It looks like it was quickly thrown together, but it's a good amount. So.
I divert him into the new room. So,
all right, honey.
You don't have it in my hair, do you?
Yeah, honey. I'm gonna give you the 2-minute history version of this. You know that I was given a choice, basically, die or serve a-hole, and that I am in service of a-hole, and that he's awful. You know the lake is his fault, and you know that I have a task I'm fulfilling for him that I am not at liberty to tell you what it is.
Okay.
Okay. That's all you need to know for this conversation. Everyone else, strictly in character over here. We're just gonna talk it out.
Yeah, we know how to. We won't know anything about what's happening, but I'm dying.
Okay.
Sticks flying outside their window.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Leo is totally spying. That's fine. Listen. We will rest and we will go see the Queen, and she will either agree to help me or she won't. If she cannot make that agreement, you must ask her for another.
Another agreement?
Yes. She owes you a great deal for what we've accomplished.
Like what agreement?
You must ask her to place Earlith under her protection.
Why Earlith? Do you have something of hers? Like you had my feather?
I had your feather. Lear has something of hers.
Oh, shit.
Bitch.
So if we just ask her to send us home, Earlith is going to still be in trouble. Can he chase us across plains?
Yes, once he has the item fully in his possession, he can do with her as he pleases. And believe me, you've seen where she will go.
Alright. So we have to do this. So what do we have to do? How do we get her free?
I do not know. I had relied upon something that cannot be done. Rafferty pulls the trinket bag out. What's in the bag is not in my possession any longer, and I cannot reach in this bag and remove it.
If Davi tries to reach in the bag, what happens?
You reach in and you can feel a number of baubles in there. There are small gemstones, there are buttons, but just like Rafferty, every time you try to get hold of one, it's like it slips between your fingers. You just can't quite, your hands are almost numb. You can't quite move your fingers right to get anything.
The bag will be delivered. It must be. That is the oath. And no matter what I do, this bag will find its way to him. But if the queen cannot help but save me and her, then the queen will simply have to save her. Between you and me, I would prefer to be rid of this admiral, but that is not in the cards, perhaps. And I would have you stay close, because I am sure to be visited. He undoubtedly watched all that took place in that throne room. It would have been greatly interesting to see what I would have said to one of his peers.
So, will he hurt Irlith?
You've been to the lake.
Why Irlith?
He wants all the exotic, pretty ones.
Shit. He didn't leave that potion, did he?
I do not know.
Alright.
You should know that I have been looking for a way around this path for some time. But it is an oath, and the bag will be delivered.
So if the queen can free you of that...
We will still have to find a way to save her. Because what is in this bag is no longer in my possession.
Alright.
Out of character. Because the DM is evil. Pure, concentrated evil.
I mean, Kai tried to warn us. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. He's been saying it for years.
I think we need to bring the others back in. Unless there's something else I need to know.
What I've said to you, I've said in confidence. And at this time, I would ask you not to share it. They will have to know more tomorrow, depending on what the queen says, but it was risky enough telling you, and you already know more than they do.
I'll do my best.
As in, she's just going to blab everything. Got it. Okay, everyone, come back in.
I mean, we have sat down to charcuterie and are totally just...
We'll go find you guys.
Pretty good wine,
Leah's explaining the
show.
differences in all these cheeses that you're listening.
Because
Oh,
we've got all the... Y'all got the food, and we're coming to the food, right?
sure. Why not? There's drinks too, right? We've got wine and cheese and fruits and all that fun stuff. Yay.
So, completely unrelated. If you plan to insight check someone because you suspect them of something bad, Leah, it's important to actually insight check them. Sorry about the arrowhead. Love Sesneg.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I've been wondering what happened to my broken arrow. I assumed it was the Traveler because they were necrotic arrows. But
If you watch the stream of that, you were like, I'm going to insight check you both, to both me and Felix, and then you just never did because we distracted you with a joke.
oh, it's a shame.
Yeah, well, as we've come to learn, you were still screwed either way, but you would have at least known about it.
Well, that's fine. It's fine. I still don't know about the arrow. Actually, even Davi doesn't even know it's the an arrow as far as that goes.
No,
so.
she just knows he has something of hers.
Okay, yeah, let's proceed to the Rafferty torture portion of this session.
Lord.
So I guess we'll come back in, and Davi is going to look like she is not happy.
Is everything okay?
No.
Airlith is gonna look up with.
Hell freaking no.
Oh.
You want some cheese?
well,
Yeah, I do. And Davi's going to pull out ale, and she's going to just.
Tina brings over a
I
tray.
There's also
would
sausage, you know.
love some of your
I
ale.
recommend the Frost Camembert.
Yeah, how does Leo know about all these fake cheeses? Wait.
Cheese, a cheese.
Cheese is a cheese.
Yes, because the cow has 3 heads and it's blue doesn't mean it's different.
The cow talked to
No?
her milk.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to ask all of you to trust me. Because
Well,
some of
course I
us
trust you.
are in real trouble.
Is it Rafferty?
I am not going to answer that, Leo.
Finally, it's not me.
Airlift is Rafferty.
Some of us are in real trouble. And I am going to try to do everything I can. And tell you everything I can. But to tell you too much is to get you in trouble. Even more.
Get me in trouble even more.
Are we gonna have to wait further instructions later?
I just want to keep all of you safe. And we're going to do everything we can.
So...
Very cryptic.
What is this everything we're doing? Because this is nothing.
I wanted to go home. I wanted to go home really bad. But I'm going to withdraw my request to go home.
I can
I
take it.
think we need to help Rafferty as he requested of the Queen. And then after that, there's going to be more. It's not over.
Dun dun dun.
But that's
Fearless
the
is gonna
first
look
step we
between
have to
Davi
take.
and Rafferty, incredulous. All Davi has said the entire time.
You cut out, Leah.
Yeah, sorry, Leah.
I said Earless is gonna look incredulously between Davi and Rafferty because the only thing that Davi has said from the minute we got to the Feywild is we need to figure out how to get home. And this
I want to
is
go home
very
more
Want
than
to insight check her so bad.
anything.
That's okay. The way you have to understand this, Leah, is that Rafferty is like a stray cat, and Leah or Davi is like a well-intentioned person who somewhat likes cats.
oh Lord.
My wife.
Yeah, I'm Rose.
Lord have mercy. I can't believe it.
If it tells you anything, Yerlith, that I'm willing to give up my chance to go back to my family and to go home to try to see this through, it should tell you that this is serious. And going home would not solve the problem.
So
So what exactly is the plan except cryptically telling each other things that we can't do and cannot say to each other? Because this
Quick
is
question.
this is nothing.
The first
Quick
thing we have to do is try to free Rafferty.
quick question,
Free from what?
kind of out of I got an out of character kind of question, sort of.
Okay.
So having known Davi for this time, and knowing how much she wants to go home, and the way she's saying things, would I understand that the danger is not directly to her, but to somebody else in the party because she is that kind of selfless person?
I think that you could derive that. especially because she has said that she doesn't want to put you guys more in danger. I think it would be easy to derive that whoever is here, I think you could very easily assume that Davi is not looking out for herself.
I don't assume she's selfless. She could have been lying this entire time. Nobody inside
Well,
checked her.
then
No,
inside me
Fearless-
check me.
I refuse to.
Earless is pretty
We have
close to Dobby.
We
I
have a
think
proud
she-
tradition of only inside checking people that wants to help us.
Truth. Truth.
Like Jackie.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I'm to understand that you were giving up the chance to go home because of danger to somebody else. That's the way I understand it.
You're pretty smart.
I don't like it. I mean, I'm not in a big rush to get home the way everybody else is, but
Let's be real. If she actually granted us coming home, she would send us off somewhere and we end up in an iceberg in the middle of the water where we can't believe we all freeze to death anyway. Because they're all assholes
I
around
don't-
here.
I don't get that feeling from her.
You
I feel
don't?
like- no, I
You got
don't.
this feeling from anybody else that screwed us over 5 minutes before they screwed us over.
You know, Leo, you're probably one of the most insightful people.
It's that DM sense he has.
I don't know. I feel like she'll do right by us because
Yes,
we
definitely.
did right by her.
Only got our best interests at hearts like everybody else here. They're very friendly.
Like Breeza.
Yes.
Well, no, Breeza was not friendly. She was never
We should-
friendly.
We should rest on it because we will know more tomorrow.
Well, I don't
We
like
l-
it.
We literally know nothing right now except that people are going to tell me what to do later. Which is disturbing.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this course of action because it doesn't get us anywhere closer to the entire party's goals, but I will follow where Davi wants to go.
I think we should get some rest.
So do you want top bunk or...
You can have the bed. I'll sleep on the floor.
Oh,
Are there at
no,
least
you
two beds in
shouldn't.
here because Fearless is gonna get a bed?
Jacobus
Okay.
leaves. He goes,
What about
Gil!
full size?
Kill! Kill! Ah.
So, everybody heads to their respective rooms or stays together. Jacobus, are you still going to your own room?
Yes.
Alright, Jacobus, as you begin your trek down the hall towards a room, you actually hear a familiar voice.
Is it Gil? Is it Gil? Is it Gil?
It's been so long since we've talked. How are things with you?
I assume that's not Gil.
That is not
No.
It's Gil.
Gil is butt ass naked in your bed.
Yeah. He's spreading ice shards over the bed right now. He's just...
Making a snow
Like
angel.
flower petal carved, like little flower
He's
petals.
rubbing his ice wings on his nipples.
It's too much.
Wow.
Gil's a good guy!
Very good.
Oh,
So is Jacobus.
God.
God. Enough.
Hyper focus.
No, the voice is
Ha-
the voice that is very familiar to you, echoing from the back of your mind.
Yeah. It has been a while. I've been busy.
I can only imagine. What have you been up to?
I currently have in my possession another one of Arashni's items. It was used to open a portal.
my. You have become quite the collector, Jacobus. You continue to impress me. So which is it this time?
It's the comb.
Ah, I see. So this is now 2 that you found?
It is, although the mirror is no longer in my possession.
Unfortunate. Misplaced, I'm sure.
He handed it over to the Mage Tower in the Autumn Court. Hopefully, with the expectation, we'll be able to get it back.
And was it that they thought to glean something of value from having it in their own possession?
I think the idea was that they just wanted to study it to try to understand its relevance to the opening of the portals.
Well, Jacobus, I am always here to help. If your Fey magicians can't seem to discover anything interesting, I can absolutely support you.
We do need to talk more about how we're going to get the items to you.
Yes, the hordes in the swamp have become more prevalent. I don't know how long I'll be able to sustain myself here. There is always the possibility.
Do you know
of
anything
being elsewhere?
Do you know the condition of the rest of the prime material plane at this point?
I do not. Where are you now? If there is a place that I can get to that reflects the Feywild, I could portal you over to the material plane.
Currently in the Winter Court, in the Queen's Palace.
Interesting. Which queen?
Sprite Queen.
Well, I will study my library and see what I can do to get closer to you. It has been much too long since we've last spoken. I look forward to when we can finally meet in person.
We'll see what we can do.
Excellent. Well, as I said before, you have impressed me again and again, Jacobus. I look forward to your deeds to come.
Can you teach me how to make a warlock patron happy, Jacobus?
I will update you when I have more information, which I expect to have tomorrow after I have audience with the Queen.
Excellent. Well, I have missed our conversations. Be safe, Jacobus.
You as well.
And with that, you can kind of that sensation of that at the top of your spine is now gone. Seems as if whoever was speaking to you is now detached.
All right. So, everybody retires to whatever room you like. Rafferty, you have a little bit of trouble going to sleep that night.
I don't sleep. I'm a high elf.
Oh, that's right.
He meditates.
As you sit down and meditate, just waiting.
Real quick, sorry.
Yes. No, go for it.
Before we go to bed
Okay.
to actually sleep, Davi is going to cast Death Ward on Earlith.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Just precautionary.
Is this a spell that
Does she know, or you just like go
is
pet
this
her
like
hair?
verbal and semantic? And is this verbal and semantic? And does that mean that I would notice you casting a spell on me?
Yes.
The hell, Davi?
I mean, the death isn't even the worst part of this. I mean, the death is just like the inconvenient part at the end.
It's okay. I just need to know you're safe. It's okay.
Okay. No, Okay, I'm gonna. Y'all are all in my room. So,
Me and
so,
Davi
you know,
are all in
I
the
mean-
room together.
I mean, I'm fine with whoever's staying that wants to stay, but you know, I need to get some sleep.
Yes. And Leo too, I think, was in the room.
Yeah, everybody
know
was in here, but I mean, if people are gonna start dispersing, I'm
Davi will
not
just
dispersing.
make a little pile on the floor and sleep.
Leah's in the bed.
There were 2 beds, I think.
Let's hope.
Yes.
'Cause
There were 2 full
otherwise-
beds.
Leo's gonna be dumped out of the
I'm
bed.
going to be totally miserable and unable to focus during my meditation, that's for sure.
So Rafferty, you start trying to meditate and you're just waiting for that inevitable moment. And it never comes.
Okay, well, that's awful. That's somehow worse. But sure.
So, but your rest is pleasant and uninterrupted for those of you who are able to. The next morning, you find another little rolling tray of food outside your door. This time with berries and some yogurt and little nice parfaits, some eggs, plenty to eat. Sometime later, Gil shows up and knocks on the door where you were before. That nobody is in now.
Do we hear him?
Oh, I imagine you do. Especially as he's like, I'm sorry, if you're still sleeping, I can come back later.
I'm gonna poke my head out the other room and be like, "We're all here."
Oh, I'm sorry, was that one not to your liking?
No, it that wasn't the problem. It just sort of happened that way. Well, Jackie's not here. We don't know where Jackie went, but
Thought it was with you.
No,
yeah, we thought he was with you, but
no.
I'm picking my spells real quick, just
Okay,
so
yeah, no rush. All right, I just wanted to make sure that there was something amiss. Then, of course, we wanted to correct it. But no, really, whatever suits you best.
yeah, no, it just sort of happened this way. We separated for a bit so that some folks could talk, and then when we came back together, it was just a different room. Sorry.
Understandable. Well, the queen says that she's ready to meet with you never. She's actually in a very good mood this morning. She was handling some of the orcs for sport and quite enjoyed that display. So.
Well, considering what they were doing to her when we encountered her the first time and freed her from their thrall, I'm sure she'd quite enjoy that. I know I would have.
She is quite a fan of tournaments, even, under better circumstances. So to see them going head to head was, I admit, a bit entertaining after all we've been through.
Indeed, I understand. Earlith probably understands better than some of the others too, so that she actually does understand that. All right.
Well, there's no.
I'll make sure everybody's ready. Although, I don't know where Jackie is, so you might check some of the other nearby rooms, maybe, and see if he's.
I'll go check. But no rush. Just let me know when you're ready, and we'll head that way.
Okay.
He starts walking
All
down
right.
from door to door, knocking.
And then I'm gonna go back in and relay that info, and be like, the queen has been dealing with the orcs in her fashion, and she apparently is in a good mood, according to Gil, and is ready to see us.
Rafferty takes his boots off and wrings them out because they're still soaked.
Gross.
And really
It's only good for
cold.
like 5 minutes.
Oh, I know. It's been miserable. But yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's have this go well. I'm sure it will.
You've got like a thin layer of frost on your boots now too.
Hmm.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm gonna serve the Frostbite Queen, I probably have to get used to being cold. Like,
So
I'm aware.
He continues down the doors in an effort to find you eventually.
We thought he was with you. Poor Jackie's never gonna live that down.
He'll meet up with his friends after he's out.
What? What did you say? Because you cut out.
Said he'd meet back up with his friends after he wakes up.
All right, good deal. So he's just gonna randomly pop out.
Alright. Well, is everyone ready then?
Yeah, I'm ready, I guess.
He'll cast fly on everyone.
Ah.
This way then, and so wearing his nice little pretty ornament, ice wings, starts leading you guys back up to the very top of the spire where the throne room awaits. At this point, it's been fixed up some. It's still not looking great, but a runner has been put down in place. You've got a couple of tables, a few seating areas, it's better, still kind of looks like somebody's moving in and still missing a lot, but it's, there's an effort being made. And at the end of the long walkway still sits the Frostbite Queen. She now has more sprites around her than before. She was originally accompanied by 2. She's up to about 6 now. She's leaned over to her left, whispering to one in particular as you guys approach. I trust that you found suitable rooms for the evening.
It was most comfortable. Thank you very much.
I'm glad. Did you have time to discuss whatever it was you needed?
We did.
Yes, it was very enlightening.
Good. I was also able to have some much needed conversations. What have you decided then to ask of me?
We have decided to seek my freedom and Yearlith's protection.
Fearless is going to be very alarmed at this, which, she's already have kind of figured out something.
Yeah, well,
was going on.
Death Ward was cast.
Yeah, that was kind of a real giveaway.
But Dobby never said it.
Yeah, I mean,
Who is
you don't know it was Death Ward.
Who is Eurolith?
That's
Rafferty
me.
points to the Dragonborn.
Oh, I had known you by another name. She looks back.
That's
I'm
funny.
sorry.
She looks back.
Yeah.
Oh!
We're using pretend names.
That census is catching up with us, folks.
She shifts on her throne, and her eyes dart sideways to a sprite who just nods once at that. She looks back to you, Rafferty.
Sorry, it was a nickname.
And
They were
again,
new to the Feywild.
I'm afraid I'm a bit confused, though. It seems you come to me with 2 requests this morning, one of which we didn't discuss at all yesterday.
No, our conversation was, I'm afraid, cut short. The package I am to deliver to the Admiral contains an item that belongs to her, and once delivered, she would be under his power.
The hell?
I would gladly serve you throughout whatever life I have. And I understand if the only boon you can provide is her safety.
I'd prioritize that one.
The Unseelie Court is a contentious place on its best days. There are those who will grant themselves different titles, but really there is one hierarchy here, and that is that the Queen of Air and Darkness rules all, and the rest of us are just fighting for her favor, to create the political unrest of taking one of the Admiral's servants from beneath his nose with a potential debt unpaid. She favors him highly. You are asking quite a payment for what you have done. To do that, and then to also take something that belongs to the Admiral, this is certainly too much. And as for retrieving her trinket, I don't know if that's even within my power.
How did something of mine even get in there?
Admiral works in mysterious ways.
He put it in there.
That's one of the mysterious ways he works, yes.
He wasn't mysterious, Rafferty.
I am utterly betrayed.
Wait, let me go back to the chat screen. I need to look at her betrayed face.
I am utterly betrayed. I don't even know what to say.
Now, if she belongs to the Admiral, and you belong to the Admiral, then this sounds like an issue you should take up with the Admiral.
That would not be pleasant.
It
I'm a
never
little,
is.
I'm a little, new to the property rights of this place. But wouldn't an unwilling participant really be his property until it's agreed upon? Or are you saying that slavery is something you can just force onto anybody in any court?
She's mortal.
She's a servant of the Autumn Queen.
That might be an angle you could push. It's certainly worth considering. Still an issue I would rather not have my hand in, but the Autumn Queen might be able to aid you more. She too has a higher favor with the Queen of Air and Darkness than I do.
As you cannot help us both, can you help me?
I would like to be very clear on something. I want nothing to do with your oath with the Admiral. If you are coming to me saying that if I send a servant to deliver your bag, that your oath is fulfilled, then that is between you and the Admiral, and certainly I can take someone who is under no earth under my service instead. But should anyone show up and say, oh, but he was already under oath to Lear, and you have taken his servant, then I will tell them that I was misinformed, because you were saying that this will settle your debt, and if you are sure of that, then I can...
I am sure that if the replacement served for their entire existence and the existence of several generations of their family, then the oath would be fulfilled.
If you are certain that the Admiral would be interested in such a trade, have you discussed it with him?
No, I expected him to, contact me after our initial discussion, but he was silent. It was not a restful silence for me.
Well, I don't know the terms of your agreement. I don't know his expectations, the amount of debt you have accumulated from him by using his power.
Only the Admiral knows that.
I don't know if it will settle it. These are affairs I am not interested in enlightening myself in, because the more I know, the more that I am a culprit in whatever scheme it is that you're working on. However, I can send someone, they can deliver it, and you can ensure to me that your oath is fulfilled, and if not, then I suppose that is between you and the Wild Hunt. But make no mistake, if they come for you, I will not aid you in this cause.
This is where it's almost worth me showing her the damn contract.
I have a question, if I can.
Yes.
Earlith,
Yep.
could she become your servant? And if she did, would you then be able to protect her? If she swore her oath to you.
I don't know the nature of how she belongs to Lear at the moment. Could I ask Lear for her? If it is his intention to wed her, most likely he is not overly attached to his wives, should we say. I could likely make a bargain with him that would bring her under my care instead.
But
I would like to point out at this point, she has currently fulfilling an oath to the Autumn Queen as we are speaking. This seems very transactional, but something where she's actually already serving somebody.
The Autumn Queen and I are at least on much better terms than Lear. No one is on good terms with Lear.
You're not wrong about that.
I don't like any of this.
You and me both. Who would have the power to be able to convince, let's say, Lear to relinquish his hold on both of our people, Rafferty and Garlith?
Lear is an individual of peculiar taste. He is also very anxious to strike a bargain. There is always the chance that you could persuade him in some matter. He is reckless, almost, with his oaths at times, and much more amused with the dealings of mortals than any other in the Feywild, I would say. If you wish someone to bargain on your behalf, then the Queen of Air and Darkness is the easiest answer, as he is beholden to her. As for those more easily accessed, Renestray rarely talks to him, but holds some sway, given their marriage. The Autumn Queen has not been able to contact him for some time, to my understanding. While the rest of us tend to confer, he tends to be a bit more aloof and try to build his power and garner the High Queen's favor in his own independent ways.
Is he beholden to any gods?
He
No.
is. He, like all of us, serves someone. Hold on. He worships the deep Seychelles, which I will write down.
Who is that deity connected with? What is that deity? I don't. Does Dobby recognize anything about that?
The ocean.
I don't.
A religion check for me.
Well, sure.
Okay.
Well, they
I hear you. I'm not trying to interrupt you.
Where'd all my little checks go?
They're gone.
no.
That's weird. All of the stuff disappeared. Well, let me just go to this character sheet.
Yeah, because you don't have a character anymore.
Let's see. It's a religion. So 15.
Okay, so the deep Seychelles you are actually decently familiar with, given your time at sea and not at sea, but like along the coast, traveling and stuff. You know him to be associated with sea elves, which you don't really find surprising given the context. But in their depictions of him, he's actually this really charismatic, great mediator, this kind of like level-headed, what's the word I'm looking for? diplomatic guy, which is one of the reasons why you know a little bit about him, just given your traveling and you're trying to make connections with people. And as you sit and you think on it, you do recall that when you were in the temple recently, there was a statue of Deep Seychelles, and beneath it you actually retrieved something that was sitting on
The helmet. The helmet isn't useless? That's awesome. It's my favorite magic item.
So we have a helmet that was presumably
Yeah, but-
from.
Yeah, but don't put it on unless you can breathe water. Oh, I'm gonna have to pray to this guy. Ah.
Well, that's definitely been helpful. So,
So what do we ask now? I mean, I don't feel like there's anything that would. I mean, there's definitely things that that you are not inclined to provide, understandably.
Can you do what you can for Yearlith? And I will bargain with the Admiral if I must.
I can seek her freedom. I can speak with him. I am loath to do so. But I can
You and
speak
me
with him.
both, but she aided you and does not deserve the fate he has waiting for her. None of the people in this bag deserve that fate, but they will be delivered, and I will uphold my oath. And if I can find a way to enter your service, I will.
She looks to Bobby. Would you like to hear of the prime material playing?
yes, I would very much.
My understanding is that a swarm of demons began there in the, what do they call it? It's like the Feydark, beneath the
The Underdark.
surface.
The Underdark.
Oh, there you are. To my understanding, it is very overrun in that region. That's generally where the wild hunt enter as they go to seek the drow. The surface they know less of. They have visited a few villages seeking their targets. In those areas, it appears to be largely abandoned. They hear that most individuals have retreated to the cities and areas of greater fortification at this point. There are indeed demons lurking through the woods on the surface. To what extent exactly, I don't have a full picture yet. But as they give me information, I will gladly bestow it upon you as well.
Not necessarily as part of our boon, but just in general, as our part of our aid to the Autumn Queen, which we have offered. If you do find out any other information, it would be greatly appreciated if you could please share that with us.
That I can certainly do. An end that fits us all.
As you can see, we are set against these demons and these orcs, and we are trying to help, as we have promised.
I do know that the Autumn Queen says that their intrusion is brought on by the Sealy Court, and she has called all to arms along the Severance. I don't know if that information is something you knew or aids you in any way, but it appears that war is on the horizon in two directions now.
But it. How does she know it was the Sealy Court? I mean, as far as I know, we haven't linked anything that we found to them.
That-
She suspected them before we left her land.
I know.
that is
But I mean,
information.
the likely enemy is not always the true.
I have ears in many portions of the court, and we have not been able to uncover why she suspects them, but she is adamant. And to be fair, even though we are on better terms, it is in her best interest to possess knowledge that she will not share with the rest of us. Well,
Certainly ending on a depressing note.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't think there's a way to salvage this.
Well, we maybe, probably, hopefully, you're not going to get like human traffic murdered.
That would be a real plus. Wow.
Yeah. I'll consider that a victory.
I will contact Lear, and I will let you know what he believes the price of this mortal's life is worth.
Well, if it doesn't,
I'm certainly glad that Davi left that lake and didn't end up with her feather in that bag. Because that would, there's no amount of we don't have the capital to do two of these guys.
Oh well. Hopefully, you'll be successful. I don't know. If not, then I guess we'll have to find a different way to solve this.
Well, I will give you time then to discuss your contingency plan.
Yeah.
In the meantime, please make yourself at home. If you wish for a bit of entertainment, there are a number of orcs strung up out in the tournament ground. Food will be provided, of course. And should you need me sooner, then find someone in the hall. We're a bit sparse at the moment. I'll try to send someone there occasionally.
We appreciate your hospitality and your assistance. And we're glad to see you back where you belong.
Yes. And as for you,
Your insight has been priceless to me, Your Majesty, and I appreciate all that you have considered and all that you have agreed to.
I have appreciated these discussions, Rafferty. They have certainly granted me some insight into your dealings as well.
If it is any consolation to know, my choice was death and Lear, and I feel sometimes I made the wrong decision.
Lear is always the wrong decision. Very well, Gil. Please show them back to their quarters. And so he takes you and leads you back down to your rooms.
Well.
So, unless you guys have anything to say, I guess that's where we'll call it.
The only thing before Gil leaves, Davi's going to ask him if he knows very much about, and I can't think of the name of the
Deep Sashal.
deity. Yeah.
Unfortunately not. I don't leave the court often, I'm afraid. I can see what I can find out, though. There are others. I don't know if they're here. Everyone's a bit scattered to the winds at the moment, but I'll see what I can uncover. But my dealings are strictly arcane for the most part.
That would be helpful. I don't know if there's any libraries around here that might have some information or anything either.
There are. The Queen guards them with a vengeance. She is very possessive of her knowledge, one might say. But I'll see what I can do.
That would be, I mean, and maybe she would allow us a brief access with the purpose of that, or maybe they could pull some books on that. And if you have any, the one that did the feathers, I don't remember the name.
I don't either.
The traveler.
Yeah, the Traveler, whatever that equivalent was.
I remember her name too.
On a personal side, I would like to know a little bit more, considering these.
Certainly, I will see what I can do and what I can. If I find anything, and I will either bring my notes or the books by your room, depending upon how stingy the librarians are feeling.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And if you need anything else in the meantime, I'll try to come by and check on you. I have little in the ways of duty at the moment, so.
We
Have you
appreciate your
sent a
help.
message to the Autumn Queen?
Have I sent a message to the Autumn Queen?
Or has the Queen, the Sprite
Oh.
Queen, sent a message?
I don't believe so.
If there's any way to just let her know that we have partially succeeded in our mission, that would be very appreciated too.
I will certainly make sure that she does that she touches base with the council there.
I think that would probably be good, since we're here on their behalf.
I will make sure that happens.
Oh boy.
And Gil heads off.
Cool.
So. Look, all the cards are on the table, guys.
Well, all of my cards are on the table. Certainly not all of them.
There's not all on the table because
Not
we
all
still
of
don't know
Jackie's.
where we don't know where this potion came from that I have. I have not wanted to do anything with.
So all of my cards aren't on the table, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
we know
Dobby
it's
will warn Earlith about that potion specifically, but just because it's like, I thought maybe that might have been that copper dragon dude, but don't drink it.
No, I haven't wanted to anyway, and I feel like what was the copper dragon dude's name? Laylas?
Velas.
Yeah, it was Laylas, right?
Velas.
L-E-L-A-S.
V.
Velas. Yeah, that's what it is. Gotcha. Yeah. Veles. Veles, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. I've never been certain that it was him. I feel like if it had been him who had left it, that he would have signed it because he was not. He didn't. He didn't strike me as one to send something secretly without revealing his identification. He just didn't strike me that way. But it does seem alarming that it came with. I just don't know what to make of it. It's a wonder that I'm not killing Rafferty right now.
Still
But
time.
I'm gonna hold off on that too.
Well, I gave up my long shot at freedom to try to save you from the horrible fate I've put in your path.
Put me in. That you put me in. Well, I
could have just meant-
fuzzy about that.
I could have just not said anything. Like, you could have just been magicked away to Sixth Dungeon. It would have been...
You could have just not put me in that position to start with.
Hindsight's 20/20.
Rafferty is
But
not
really to
great
focus
at-
on, he's doing you a favor right now by saving you from the problem he completely created on his own.
Forgive me if it doesn't seem like much of a favor right now.
I convinced at one point Davi to promise me that she would, for the time being, ignore the lake, and that's the only reason that feather wasn't in there too. Man, that would have been awful.
But what we've learned is to keep track of our arrowheads.
Yeah,
Listen,
still
no
know it's
victim blaming
Arrowhead.
in this D&D campaign.
it was the arrowhead. It was a really good it was a really good sleight of hand roll. I think it was like a 19.
Especially that early in the game. Yeah. So that was fun,
Yeah.
guys.
We're really a good team when we work together.
Wait, when does that happen?
Mostly when Felix turns into a fox. Occasionally in combat. No,
Dobby
we have.
is going to make Earlith count every damn one of her feathers now. She is going to do it every freaking time. Okay.
We're gonna count feathers. We're gonna count the feathers and only if they go up will we be not alarmed. If the count goes higher,
it should mean something that was the last. It was the last option to do away with Dobby. It was like I did not want to do that.
but Earlith is fair game. No.
You found one of the few reasons why Dobby wouldn't have tried to go home.
I really did. I'm proud of that.
Especially
I'm also
knowing
proud that I haven't
her
been
family's
murdered
not
by
in
you.
trouble.
Yeah, I'm kind of stressed about the material plane now as well. I didn't expect to hear that was getting screwed. But that's okay. Because, guys, you do realize what has to happen next. Like, we actually have to go see Lear.
No. We don't.
No.
You do.
First, we
You
need
do?
to get some allies and some things on our side, I think.
Either kill Rafferty or you have to go to her.
Well, no. If
That's what has to happen.
If an agreement is made to spare her, I'm going to have to go. Like, he's going to demand what he's owed in the meantime, so that's going to have to happen.
Yeah, but you think that Earlith is going to get anywhere near him at this point? Even I guess we'll have to see how it plays. But
Yeah,
geez.
we'll have to see what the queen says on that one. But yeah, it should be fun. I'm sure that's not a creepy place that's horrible.
I'm sure it's not, and I'm sure that it wasn't a fate worse than death that I was in store for.
He has a lot of wives. Okay.
Mhm.
And husbands. Equal
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah, I did consider stealing something of Leo's.
I mean, you know. Well, I mean, to be fair.
Thank you, Casta, for making this lore, for making this whole arrangement, because it's well beyond expectations.
Listen, you guys did all the role play. I just put a few pieces into place, and then you just lined them up, and I was like, oh.
I will never be able to play Warlock again. Like, I'll never be able to do it because it won't live up to this. Like, I wanted to at some point do the great old one, like the whole Cthulhu, yeah, but like it wouldn't live up to this. This is awful.
Yeah.
How did Felix get the nice Warlock patron?
I mean, and his warlock is almost certainly a lich. So,
Mine has me involved in human trafficking.
Humanoid trafficking. Please don't be racist.
I mean, you were clearly worth trafficking. It's a compliment, really, when you think about it.
Oh, I feel like it's a compliment. All right. Oh my god.
We've grown as a party today.
Yes.
Thank you for not killing me.
Not?
We're not done yet with that, right?
I mean,
So,
not by
don't worry.
any stretch of the imagination. There's more to come. Earlith is just in shock.
It's a very simple solution to the problem.
I really like the Admiral works in mysterious ways. No, it doesn't.
Leo's like,
Rafferty.
I mean, you took it.
I mean, would you have suspected Rafferty of working for that type of...
Man.
Keep in mind, guys, I know absolutely nothing about early sessions of this campaign. I missed like 90% of the campaign. It's the whole reason I had to reroll. And I purposely know very little about anything that happened before you met me. Like, I know only what's come up in dialogue. Yep, you picked up the wrong stray cat.
Well, with
But he's turning a new leaf.
hindsight is 2020.
But I'm
Gonna be a real problem for your next character after we kill Rafferty.
Davi is over here. She's like, well, let's just find out who his boss is and let's go to them. What's his god?
Dobby's collecting gods at the moment, you know?
Apparently, that's.
I mean,
you know.
I could always try to put the helmet on and see if that prayer's
See if it talks to you like the crown does, you know?
Oh, jeez. I saw Felix go, wait a minute. His patron is almost certainly a lich.
But I'm very hesitant to put this helmet on now because I'm reading that these powers can be revoked for any reason without warning, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't put that drown you helmet on. I did save your life from the omen horse that tried to warn you that I was trying to have you killed.
Yeah.
You're gonna go back and watch those sessions now.
Oh, God. The problem is I don't know which sessions they are.
It was like 5 years ago at this point.
I know, right? It's like so long ago because it's kind of hard to. Like 3 years ago? No, it was like. Yeah, it's been almost 3 years.
Yeah, I've lost track. I'm gonna have to go back and. I've slept since then.
Campaign, but I need to get to bed. But thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, well
Good night.
I know that got hijacked the session, but yeah. Yay.
No, it's
Yeah.
good. Make sure you salt your corpses from now on.
Let's
yeah.
talk about the
no.
planning that went into where do you think they're going? I don't know. Let's plan this campaign in 6 directions just in case.
That literally happened.
So Kai was like, make sure we find out where they're going next time. I said, it doesn't matter. We're ready.
It fucking matters.
Davi was ready to go home. I mean,
Which is an option.
Yeah.
no,
Well, no,
not anymore.
Not now.
Just depends on how much you care about people.
Well, you know, that's true. I mean, we could decide that Earless is completely replaceable. I don't know.
Back to the Autumn Court to get a mirror. And then we've got option.
I don't. You haven't said anything about going back for the mirror, so I don't know that that's happening.
We'll be discussion. I guess next session.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sure that it's going to get brought up at some point. Because clearly that's what Felix is having to do is collect those little pieces for his lich patron.
Well, I mean, undead invasion is probably better than demon invasion, right?
I mean, it's 6 of one, half dozen of another to Earless. She doesn't like one.
I've been waiting for the session where you'd find out about that arrowhead for like a year and a half at this point.
I know it's been a long time since that arrow got broken, and Earless was very salty about it to start with, but we assumed that it was the Traveler because it happened all at the same time as Davi started growing feathers.
So I was trying to pick spells before we did all this, and I just want to say that I actually had picked divination. But the deity that I'm planning on contacting with divination changed in the course of that. So just as a heads up, that is something that Davi is going to be wanting to do,
Cool.
and she'll make sure the rest of the party knows about it too.
Yeah, I can also just put the helmet on and see what happens. I'm sure nothing bad.
Davi can reach directly out to a servant of the deity, so that's part of the reason that she was asking that question of the queen was because with that in mind. So I had already memorized that spell, and
I could also try a new plan where I just put up with my lot in life and continue human trafficking, but make a pinky promise not to involve party members.
Tab's trying to get
Yeah.
Kaga to upgrade his armor now. Thank you. That
Night,
must be
guys.
why I was trying to read
Good night,
spells
guys.
earlier, and I kept
Night.
opening
Good night.
it, and it was closing on me constantly, and I'm like, no, why? And that must be because you were working on my character sheet. Sorry if I was messing you up.
Very good.
I'm like,
Oh,
no,
man.
why is it closing? Then I would open it, and then I was just holding my mouse down. Okay, stay open. Damn it. Close again.
Oh, me.
Yeah, I can't get Jacobus to not have 29 armor class, so I gotta work on that.
29?
Why do you have 29 armor
This is a
class?
beast.
Jeez.
What
Look,
did you
I know
do?
you're a thief, but stop stealing my armor class,
Is
okay?
that which armor?
Your armor class was set to 15, so it wasn't counting your studded leather. You should be at 17.
Well, that's weird.
It's very weird.
But now you have it at 29, which we can keep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
he's all good for that. Like a rogue with 29 AC. Oh, yeah. Can you
Now Leo's
imagine?
gonna be really jealous.
I have 12. I'm fine.
Yeah, you're totally fine. Totes fine.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah, I don't know why the item suddenly went wonky. I'm kind of like you guys have said, maybe we need to just kind of rebuild this from scratch at some point.
So we actually did rebuild Feywild from scratch.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. The problem
Huh.
is.
The problem is that nobody in making Foundry modules can maintain them for longer than 1 to 2 months, and then they completely shit to bed and stop doing it, and then you have to change them out.
Yep. That is accurate.
Oh, me. Oh, my.
Alright.
So, well, we will learn Earless Fate in 2 weeks from now. Maybe.
So which of these problems are not solved by killing Rafferty? Because it seems like all the problems are solved by killing Rafferty.
So you guys are having this conversation, and Cag is like messaging me, but like ever since Cag found out that he's like nobody's inside checking each other, it's like blah 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 blah. Yeah, this
Trust
is
me.
You know, the funny thing, Davi's just probably not gonna. I mean, she wants to believe her party, so.
Oh, this has been a very long time coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that arrow thing was a long time ago.
Yes, it was. And that was, yeah. I distinctly remember the moment when I'm sitting there and I'm DMing, and then I get a PM from Sez, and he's like, I want to roll a sleight of hand on Eurolith. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I put it in the bag. I'm like, this is not the angle I expected this plot to go, but okay. So anyway,
Yeah.
it's one less thing I'm carrying around now. I'm happy about it.
We shall see about that.
We
We're
start
gonna put
accepting.
something in of Rafferty's in the bag next.
No, I don't
Huh,
think we need to add
interesting.
anything to that bag.
So actually, that reminds me. So after the arrow went missing, Earlith actually spied on that conversation between Jackie and Rafferty, where Rafferty promised not to interfere with Jackie or any of
Yeah.
his stuff. Which of course neither Jackie or Rafferty know that he really spied on that conversation. Because I rolled a killer stealth roll on that, but I wonder now. I need to go back because I wonder now what hints there were that I missed.
In that conversation, I don't think there was.
I don't think there's anything in that one, no, but there was other stuff for sure.
I'm
But
not gonna
he
lie.
showed you that bag. He showed
I
you
was-
his bag, but I don't know.
Yeah, Jacobus knows, well, knew more than anybody else did up until today, but I don't, I'll be honest, I was really happy that Says turned towards the we've got to save Urlith part, because that was not always the plan, I can tell you that.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
Had
Right?
he
So-
not, though, he would have probably lost Davi's support.
Davi
So-
didn't
And
support
I
killing
think he
Earlith.
still, I still think that that Rafferty thinks Davi could save him in some way, and I'm not sure what that's about. But
But
he
because
sure killed
he said that because he put Earlith ahead of himself, Davi will probably try to. Had he just tried to save his own skin and tried to sacrifice Earlith,